Let's go. Let's go. I do believe that we are live, ladies and gentlemen. I do believe we are live. Let's freaking go. Let's get it. We are rocking and rolling. Let's go. Let's go. There we go. Yeah, just wanted to confirm we are up. We are live. How are we doing, everybody? Week one of the 49ers 2024 NFL season. What a wild week one across the NFL, everybody. What a wild week one with so many, just crazy upsets, so many wild games, so many wacky plays, and just couldn't be more excited to kick off the season. Something that's such a bummer, though, McCaffrey, just in case for those of you who don't know, McCaffrey is out. McCaffrey is inactive for this game, so there will be no CMC, unfortunately. However, I do have quite a lot of faith in a guy like Jordan Mason. And then we have, rookie Isaac Guerrero, we have Patrick Taylor. So, Niners still have some good running backs. I think you're going to see heavy dose of J.P. Mason. And we got Nick Elsie. Let's go. Come on. Come on. Let's go. Let's go, Nick. Great to have you, buddy. Let's go. Let's go. Love to see you, buddy. We're getting pumped up. We're 30 minutes away from kickoff, and I'm already just super stoked, ready to go. I have a couple of beers, and we're going to say hello to everybody as well. But big news, McCaffrey is not playing tonight. Also, there is no Talanoa Hufanga either. So some big names missing there. That means other players are going to have to step up. We talked Jordan Mason. Jordan Mason, he's played a decent amount over the last few years. This is actually his first official NFL start. And I like what I've seen from Jordan Mason over his time with San Francisco. And I think that he can be a legitimate running back. Kyle Shanahan has been able to get good productivity out of running backs, regardless of who they are. Let's make no mistake about it, though. Not having Christian McCaffrey is a massive loss. Make no mistake about it. Talanoa Hufanga being out. I think, especially early on, they're going to lean with George Odom. You have second-year player Jair Brown at safety as well. I think you go with the veteran George Odom beside him, up against a guy like an Aaron Rodgers. Malik Mustafa, which is, I believe, how you pronounce it. Malik Mustafa, the rookie, maybe we'll see him sprinkle in a little bit, though. I'm very curious to see, and hopefully both McCaffrey and Hufanga will be ready to go week 2 in Minnesota. Minnesota looked pretty darn good against the Giants week 1. Beige Noir's in the house. Let's go. G-Not's in the house. DJ Gene, crazy guy, apparently has some very exciting news to share. Probably super happy about his Cowboys winning week 1 convincingly over the Cleveland Browns. Melissa is here. Defense against Rodgers is key. Need some early picks, make him uncomfortable in the pocket. Yeah, couldn't agree more with you, Melissa. Couldn't agree more. I think Nick Bosa, I'm wanting to see Nick Bosa step up in a big way this season. I think with his kind of holdout up until a couple of days before the first game of the season, that really affected him last year. And I think he's come out and said that. At the time, initially, he's going to say, "No, I'm in good shape. I'm ready to go." But I think that affected him. This time, he's been there through the whole offseason. That's going to be a huge thing for Nick Bosa. Of course, we have new defensive coordinator, Nick Sorensen. You have Brandon Staley also being an advisor on the defense. Chris Koceric is still in the house, of course. But then you add a guy like Leonard Floyd across from Nick Bosa. And that's a huge addition, I think, to this defense. And that move didn't necessarily make massive waves around the NFL and free agency at the time, but Leonard Floyd may be the best player, best edge rusher opposite Nick Bosa that he's had since Dee Ford. I think you could absolutely make that case. Hope they make Pearsall an honorary captain for the coin toss. That would be cool. And for those of you, I think that anyone watching this stream and anyone who follows football has would have heard the news. We know about Ricky Pearsall, unfortunately the victim of a armed robbery in downtown San Francisco, and unfortunately ended up getting shot. However, and thank, just, it's just amazing. It's awesome that he is doing really well in his recovery. And, it's so, we're so fortunate that it could have been a whole hell of a lot worse. But thankful for Ricky Pearsall, good recovery. I know he's been put on, I think, the pup. He'll be out for the first 4 or 5 weeks. I don't know when we're going to see Ricky Pearsall, I think just from a physical aspect, but then you also think of the mental aspect, getting over that. But I wish him well in his recovery, and he takes as long as he needs. But yeah, tragic situation. But I'm glad that he's looking like he's doing pretty well. So that's good news. Geez, they had all offseason just to skip the first game. Bummer. Yeah, well, McCaffrey, he injured his calf in training camp, and he was out for a couple of weeks. It looked like he was going to be back, but that is not the case, at least for week one. Obviously, and it sounded like McCaffrey himself, I'd read some things, on Twitter and what have you, that McCaffrey sounded pretty confident earlier today that he would go. I wonder if this is a case where it's an injury, that it's a soft tissue injury, so where maybe we are trying to protect McCaffrey from himself. Like, there's no doubt if this is like a playoff game or a Super Bowl, like, he would go, in my opinion. But it's week one of a very, very, very long NFL season, and you don't win the Super Bowl in week one. Let's be very clear about that. But you don't want to risk losing a guy who could help you through the next 16 games. So I think that it's tough news, and I'm not going to deny that it is a massive loss to not have McCaffrey, but I do think it's the right move to make if they feel like that there's a pretty high risk that he could aggravate that injury and then end up missing 4 or 5 games. We have, Beige Noir. Yeah, just a bummer, but it is what it is. Lori Ann Martinez, how are we doing? Welcome to another season of Shifty's 49ers Talk. Great to see you. Hopefully you had a rad off season. Just crazy. Daniel Berry Sports Highlights, how is it going? Peter Miller says no CMC. It's true. Unfortunately, that is the case. He was declared inactive for tonight's game. They'll give him a few extra days. I mean, I hope that he is good to go for the Minnesota game, because they looked pretty darn good against the New York Giants. I don't think the Giants are very good, but still, they dominated. They're going to be playing with a lot of confidence in their home opener week 2. So hopefully McCaffrey can go. Crazy Guy says the exciting news is, well, not really new, another little one back in late July. That's awesome. Hell yeah. Congratulations to you, Crazy Guy, to the wife, and to the little guy, Jason Jr. Shout out Jason Jr. And congratulations to you guys. Hopefully happy, healthy, and you're getting some sleep when you can. It's a big thing when you have kids, from what I hear. I am not a father. DJ Gene asks, what do you think about Tyreek Hill and the cops? I know that he got pulled over before the game, the Dolphins and Jaguars game. The video clips, which I've seen very limited, the video clip that I saw was like, it was a car that was like driving by, and it was like kind of just shows him on the ground. From what I understand, there is just been some like police body cam footage released, and I don't really know, so I don't want to comment on it, but hard to say, really hard to say, I don't really know what it's an ongoing kind of thing. Tough situation. Jason, Captain Niner Massey, let's go. Let's go, faithful. Come on, let's go. We're getting ready. It's about 25-ish minutes. It'll probably be a few minutes late kicking off, so we'll say 25 minutes to kick off. Great to have you here, Jason. Always good to see you, buddy. Always love your updates on Facebook, too. You're a funny dude. Better to keep him out and have him ready a week or two? Absolutely, Melissa. I think a big thing is that you're never going to win. You're never going to win the Super Bowl in week one, but you sometimes do have to hold, like, I think if they're not ready to go, I think it's smart to hold McCaffrey out for this game. Now, again, massive loss to not have McCaffrey there. Massive loss, no question about it. I like Mason, but still not having McCaffrey is a big time loss. The offense has to adjust, of course. But I think if they are really concerned about him, like maybe moving forward, you let him sit for a game or two. I'd rather have McCaffrey if he misses the first 2 games, but 100% ready to go for the next 15, as opposed to forcing him to play today, gets hit the wrong way, and then he's out for a month. You know what I mean? I think it just makes sense to, and clearly that's what they're feeling as well. Miami-Dade cops are notorious. Yeah, I don't know what the whole Tyreek Hill situation is. It seems pretty wild, but I don't really want to comment on it too much because I just don't know. It sounds like there's new information coming out. We'll see. Okay. Hello, Shifty. You look so pumped up. I'm not a 49ers fan. I'm pretty sure they're going to give Rodgers a good whipping and put him out again. Well, I don't want Rodgers to get injured. Let's be clear. You never want any player to get injured. I know people say that, but it's absolutely true. Like, I know how devastating it is when a player gets hurt and they're done for the year. Like, if we look back to 2018, Garoppolo week 3 against the Chiefs. That was just a devastating thing to happen. You never want to see it. We know how it is also 2020, what happened to pretty much most of our team that year. So you never want to wish it on anyone. Look, I hope we get after Aaron Rodgers. I hope we sack him a bunch of times, force fumbles, force interceptions, all that stuff. But I don't want him getting hurt. Rodgers is a fun quarterback to watch. I don't like him. I mean, not a fan of him. I don't particularly like watching him play against the Niners, but he's good for the NFL, I think. 2 kids at 24. Congrats, Jason. Good job, buddy. Good job, crazy guy. Let's go. David McNiner in the house. Let's go, buddy. Good to see you, man. Good to see you. Good to see you. We got the GOAT. Yo, let's go. And then DJ says, we're going to need to keep pressure on Rodgers, keep the turnover chain nearby. I'm hoping to put that son of a gun on a whole bunch of times. Let's go. Niners about to roll. Best get out of the way. Both of these teams obviously pumped up. You have Robert Saleh coming back to San Francisco. You have Aaron Rodgers coming back to San Francisco. And we know in the broadcast, and luckily I have the volume up, but we know in the broadcast they're going to talk about Aaron Rodgers was passed over in the 2005 draft. He went to Cal. We took Alex Smith. Aaron Rodgers wanted to be a Niner, and all that. We all know that. That was 20 years ago, basically. Well, 19 years ago. And they're still going to bring it up every freaking time we play Rodgers. And it's just, Also, want to say a massive, massive congratulations to one Frank the Tank Gore being entered into the 49ers Hall of Fame. And I want to say also a massive, massive congratulations, not that they're watching, but just to throw it out there for the Niner fans, a massive, massive congratulations to Patrick Willis for being inducted into the NFL Hall of Fame. But I don't know if you guys saw, there was a video that was released after... It was last night, and it was just a short clip of the whole ceremony, but it was Alex Smith, who I'm a big, big Alex Smith fan. I'm a big Alex Smith guy. I think he had such a tough situation with the 49ers for years. Harbaugh comes in, and he does really well, gets injured, we know the story, but I'm a big Alex Smith guy. But Alex Smith introducing Frank Gore, and then you see Frank Gore making his speech, and Frank Gore... It's almost cliche, but I think Frank Gore is, and it does sound super cliche when players, like Alex Smith and the others will say he is the epitome of what it is to be a 49er. And I think Patrick Willis is the epitome of what it is to be a 49er. And I think Frank Gore is too. They are like the embodiment of the 49ers. So, no, the only one bummer is that they never won a Super Bowl, which we should have, but those guys, just from people that they were on the field and how amazing they were on the field and also off the field, and their passion and love for the game, for their teammates, and despite being in some horrible situations with some horrible coaching staff and on some really, really bad teams, they always had like such a good attitude. And whenever I think of like Patrick Willis and Frank Gore, even though up until 2011, we didn't win much at all, I still have so many fond memories of watching those guys play. And just a massive congratulations to Frank Gore. He's going to be a Hall of Famer, of course, and just what a guy. What a guy, Frank Gore and Patrick Willis. I mean, doesn't get much better than that. Raymond B, let's go. Thank you, Raymond, for re-upping the membership. And we also, again, Nick Elsey as well. Thank you so much for re-upping the memberships there. I want to see Rodgers wearing a Bosa blanket on the turf. Hell yeah. I love that, Peter. Rodgers is about to go through deja vu. Yeah, I mean, that was Leonard Floyd last year, week 1, when he was with Buffalo. I don't want any injuries, though. I'm never going to root for one. I'm not saying that you are rooting for one, but I know the sentiment that you're expressing. Let's hope for a clean game. Let's hope we sack Rodgers a bunch of times. Ruffle his feathers, but I don't want anyone getting hurt. Pregame is it's going to be all about Rodgers and Alex Smith, and it's so stupid. Our 49ers were an absolute mess of an organization back then, says David McNiner. True. What would that have done for his career? Yeah, I think that's a point, too, that there's such weird timelines with that, because there's such weird timelines with the whole Rodgers thing, because, for those of you who remember, 2005, we have the number 1 overall pick. And who was our offensive coordinator that year? It was the first year Mike Nolan as head coach. It was Mike McCarthy. That offense in 2005 was atrocious, by the way. Look at Alex Smith's rookie numbers: 1 touchdown and 11 interceptions. It was awful. The team was garbage. Alex Smith had no business playing as a rookie. But the funny thing then is, after that horrific year offensively, Mike McCarthy then gets hired as the Green Bay Packers head coach, has Favre for a couple more years, and then has Rodgers. And, it's just weird. Crazy Guy says, I'm going to have to be out of here around halftime. I got to get to a birthday party. Hey, birthday party and pizza sounds like a good time. Sounds like a good time, Crazy Guy. But thank you, Raymond, re-upping the membership, as well as Nick. Appreciate you. Yeah, Peter Frank the tag. And we got Raymond saying, hey, Mr. Shifty, good to be here for another fabulous season. Let's go. So it's about 15 minutes until the scheduled kickoff. I do think it's probably going to be running a little bit late. That's kind of what I'm anticipating. I think it's going to be running a little bit late. Also, guys, just throw it out there. If you could like the stream, feel free to subscribe to the channel. Appreciate any and all likes. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and feel free to share it too. We'll try and get a whole bunch of people in here. A lot of people are going to be streaming this game. We'll try and get a whole lot of people in here. Let me know your thoughts also on my new scoreboard that I've kind of designed, like right down here. I designed that on a couple of like photo editing things and whatnot, so I think it's pretty nifty. I'm gonna pat myself on the back for it. We have 31 people in here, 15 minutes away. You guys all know how it is here when the game starts, how I am. We're going to be getting pumped up. We're going to be getting pretty wild here. And this is the calm before the storm. Great, Zach. Thank you so much, Zach, for subscribing to the channel. I appreciate you, buddy. New season. Let's go, Mr. Shifty. J. Frank Parnell. Good to see you, buddy. Good to see you. Thank you so much, Zach, for subscribing to the channel. Appreciate that. Do consider subscribing, guys. It really helps out. The goal for this season, the stretch goal, is going to be 5,000 subscribers. We are now up to 3,157 subscribers. Thank you to Zach for subscribing. Again, whoops, I wish I was at that number that I had for a second. Yeah, feel free to share the stream, all that good stuff. So, DeGoat is hyped. Let's go. New season. Yeah. How's everything on the Emerald Isle? It's beautiful, man. It's beautiful. It's late here, but it's beautiful. Life is good, busy, and can't ask for anything more. Football is back. Football is back. I feel like I'm so bummed for all the people though in fantasy land out there who had McCaffrey ready to go, and McCaffrey was like the number one overall pick. I would imagine in like 85-90% of fantasy drafts. So kind of sucks, but not on my team. I had CeeDee Lamb, who was okay week one. 49er Brian, how are we doing, buddy? Good to see you. Good to see you. Good to see you. Wasn't sure you'd be doing Monday Night Games. Good on you. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. And we back. Let's go, Rich D. Yeah, so for the schedule for this season, actually, I have some pretty exciting news as well. So I should be able to do, like, I'm looking, like, my work schedule kind of changes now, but like the first 4, 5, 6 games should be all good to go, where I should be able to do all of them. But some exciting news that I'm super happy to share with you guys is week 6. So the Niners will be playing Thursday night football against the Seattle Seahawks, which I'll be doing right here at Shifty's 49ers Talk. But Friday afternoon, I'm going to be flying over to merry old England, to London, and Shifty here is going to be seeing live in person the Chicago Bears against the Jacksonville Jaguars in London. There we go. We're going to get a first look at Caleb Williams. Well, not a first look, but we're going to get a look at Caleb Williams, all those weapons with the Chicago Bears against the Jacksonville Jaguars in London. There we go. And maybe I'll do like a little video. I'll do a little montage of going to the stadium, talking with NFL fans, talking with my buddies who I'm going to be going with. Should be a really good time. Super stoked for it. But week 6, going to be over in London. Bears and Jaguars. Let me just make sure that is the matchup. I'm like fairly positive that's the matchup week 6. It would be kind of bad if it was like not that matchup. I'd be like, oh, whoops. Let's see. Week 6. Yeah, well, Jacksonville at Chicago in London. But yeah, looking forward to that. That's going to be awesome. Super stoked for it. And Roma Dunze apparently out. A lot of injuries, folks. A lot of injuries across the NFL. You hate to see it. Jordan Love, we know, is probably going to be out for about a month or so for the sake of the Packers season. Hopefully he'll be back pretty soon. We got gifted memberships in the house. Let's go. Raymond B. gifting 5 memberships. I'll do a membership check. We'll get that number updated. Thank you so much, Raymond, for the 5 gifted memberships. Let's go. Let's go. Crazy Guy gifted a membership. And then we got Lori T. Lori, great to see you. Zegid, Jason Mitchell as well. Let's go. There should be maybe a couple more people who, that's what, 1, 2, 3, 4. There should be another one out there as well. Can I do a short live stream? I probably will do it. Maybe a quick live stream. Not for the whole game or anything like that, but maybe I'll do certain things, certain plays, whatever. I'll do a video and, yeah, super stoked, though, to go London, Bears, Jaguars. That should be a decent game. Better wear your... Oh, of course, Jay Frank. I'm going to be rocking the red and gold. Let's go. Red and gold till I'm dead and cold. Let's go. Peter Miller says, nice, Shifty. Da Bears. Da Bears. You know, the Bears, they get an interesting week 1 win over the Tennessee Titans. That's all I'll say about that game. I don't even think Caleb Williams had 100 yards passing and they won. There was like a block punt return. There was a interception return. Wacky game there. Talanoa Hufanga, correct, de goat. Talanoa Hufanga is out for the game. My prediction would be that you're going to see George Odom starting the game opposite of Jair Brown. Go with the veteran guy. Maybe you will see in certain packages, you'll see Malik Mustafa, the fourth or fifth round pick out of Wake Forest, right? But I think you'll see maybe him sprinkled in a little bit. But against the veteran quarterback in Aaron Rodgers, you'll go with the veteran safety. Niners represent in your Smoke 82. How are we doing, buddy? Let's go. We got 39 people in here. Thank you so much, guys. We are about, I'm going to guess, maybe 10 minutes away from kickoff. Should be about 7, but I would anticipate things probably run a little bit longer in the introductions when it comes to week 1. Things kind of always take a little bit longer to kind of get going. You think Renardo Green will have playing time? I think he will. Not initially, though. I think when it comes to the 49ers cornerbacks, what you're going to see is you're going to see on kind of your base defense, you're going to see Lenore and Mooney Ward on the outside. When it goes to a nickel package, I think you're going to see Lenore kick inside, and you'll see Isaac Yadam on the outside, who did really, really well, actually, for the Saints last year. Then you'll see Isaac Yadam on the outside. Then if you go to like a dime package with four cornerbacks, then I think you could see Renardo Green on the field. But I do think, and especially in this game, you have Rocky Sin also available for this game. So I think you maybe slightly lean towards the veteran guys when you go up against a veteran quarterback in an Aaron Rodgers. As the season goes on, you're going to see a lot more Renardo Green. Super excited for Dominic Puni as well, 3rd round guard out of Kansas. Stoked to see Dominic Puni. It's shifty season, says Lori. Let's go. What's going, Lion 297? Great to see you. London Games fans wear shirts from every team. Oh yeah, I'll be rocking the 49ers. Looking at here, you got a interview with Fred Warner, 3-time first team All-Pro captain. Fred Warner, an absolute beast. Love to see it. All-Pro Fred. Thanks for staying up late, Shifty. Go SF from the 707, says Mark Crandall. Great to see you, Mark. Great to have you here, buddy, as always. Let's go. But yeah, I'll be rocking my Niner gear for sure over in merry old London. Bring your own cardboard. I was going to do some breakdancing. Bring my own cardboard. Great being back with the Niner brethren. Let's go. My hands becoming sweaty. Any information on the arrest of Tyreek Hill yesterday? I don't really know. I know that he was pulled over. The cops kind of conducted an investigation, if you will. I don't know the deal, though. I don't know exactly what happened, so I'm not going to speculate. He did play the game yesterday, and he had a big, 80-yard touchdown, and Tyreek Hill is a great player. I know depending on I know off the field he's had issues, but yeah, great player on the field. So getting the pregame jitters, says Rich Dean to go. Come on, guys, this is week 1 of the NFL season. Just remember this game, whatever happens here, you don't win the season week 1. Of course, we want to win this game big time. You want to start off on the right foot, no questions asked. I'm not going to be, but we just have to play our game. Cops just wanted to flex. Yeah, he wouldn't get out of his car when they asked him to. I saw that. Yeah, I don't know the deal, the ins and outs of it exactly. I've just watched a couple of clips of it, but yeah. So no breakdancing then. If I breakdance, the only thing I'll be breaking is like my leg or my ankle or my arm or wrist or something. I cannot dance in any way, shape, or form. If you see me dance, okay, I'll put it this way. Me dancing is a bit like Elaine Bennis in Seinfeld. Oh, let me actually go check the, and thank you so much, Raymond, for the 5 gifted members. Let me go and check the, I'll do a little update here on the members. Appreciate you. That's so freaking awesome. I think it's going to take a minute, but I believe we're at 20 now. I'm going to put it up to 20. Thank you so much, Raymond, again. Appreciate that. What a good time. Great to be back. Frick, I just clicked on the wrong thing. And yeah, do consider subscribing to the channel. We are at 3157 subscribers. The stretch goal for this season, we want to hit 5,000 subscribers. Don't be afraid to share the stream. Get all your friends and buddies in here. Get a whole bunch of people in here for Monday Night Football. 49ers Jets. Her dance is legendary. It's pretty legendary, I'll say that. It's memorable, that's for sure. Yeah, that's what I would look like. Cardinals looked a little bit more complete. Seahawks got the job done, and Rams had a hell of a game against the Lions. Yeah, Rich, you're right. I think the NFC West is looking pretty darn good. The Cardinals looked a lot better. However, Cardinals definitely have some concerns. They rely heavily on Kyler Murray to make plays with his legs. They were methodical in the first half. I streamed the game yesterday, and they were good in the first half, but I think Buffalo figured them out pretty quickly. Your breakdancing is better than ring. We here, let's go. Let's get this win. Come on. Monday Night Football, 49ers. Let's go. Let's go. Levi Stadium. Does it get much better than this? I don't think so. Rennie Smith says, kicking off my 3rd year with you. Yeah, so I started doing videos in 2021, and my first live stream was a Sunday night game, 49ers against the Colts. And it was crazy because, and I think maybe some of you here were from that stream, but I had my best buddy in here. I was just him. He was the only person viewing it. Halftime then, Tom Grossi, the Green Bay Packer fan, does a raid on the channel. It went up to over 1,000 people in an instant, and then we still have some people from that stream, from that raid, from Tom Grossi who come to the streams, which is awesome. We own the West. E-Trash played the Broncos. Yeah, the Broncos, Bo Nix, they didn't look good. Now, I do have to say that Seattle defense looks really good. Mike McDonald, their head coach, is a damn good defensive coordinator. I'm already tired of the Dallas hoopla. Yeah, I couldn't agree more with you. Barefoot wine commercial instead of beer on the Niners broadcast. Yeah. Looking like a beautiful afternoon, evening in Santa Clara. Full packed house. And I think we're going to be just about ready for action. Yeah, McCaffrey is not playing. Inactive. McCaffrey played in every single game last season. Again, I'm not super stoked about that, but it makes sense if they want to. To give McCaffrey, there's no point risking him in this game if you feel like it's the kind of injury that could easily get re-aggravated. You give McCaffrey another week, I think potentially 2 weeks to recover. So the Jets are going to start the season with the ball. The 49ers kicking off. We have this new kickoff, and I'm not a fan of it, but I do have to give it some time. But Jake Moody going to be kicking off to the New York Jets. The 2024 season is just about upon us. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Please just kick it through the back of the end zone. Just make it a touchback. Jake Moody, the kick is away. Let's see, it's going to be a touchback. So the New York Jets will start the season at the 30-yard line. Shifty, ready for another season? Long time no see. Good to see you. Good to see you too, Kevin. Great to have you here, buddy, as always. And Aaron Rodgers leading out the New York Jets. It's going to be 1st and 10 for the Jets from their own 30-yard line. Here we go, boys and ladies and gentlemen. Here we go. boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, children of all ages. Shifty's 49ers Talk proudly presents the NFC champion 49ers. Let's go. Aaron Rodgers coming out behind center. Single back is going to be Breece Hall. 4-man down for the Niners. Bosa, Collins, Hargrave, Floyd. Man in motion. Snap is away. They pitch it up top. Breece Hall is going to make a man miss. Gets about 2 or 3 yards. Gets ran out of bounds there. Tough tackle. That's going to be Jair Brown running him out. Saleh is on the wrong sideline. I like Saleh. I'm a big Robert Saleh guy. Let's go, everybody. Pickup of about 3, I'm going to say, for the New York Jets on first down, 2nd and 7 coming up. Reworked offensive line here for the Jets. 2nd and 6, they're calling it. Rodgers behind center. Breece Hall, the lone back. 2 receivers down low. Man in motion. Snap away. They're going to pitch it down low now. Up the middle. Going to get maybe a couple of yards there. We'll call it 2 or 3 yards. Going to be 3rd and 4, we're going to call it. We're going to call it 3rd and 4. Now they're showing the new defensive coordinator, Nick Sorensen. Thank you so much again, Raymond, for the memberships. Let's go. Let's go. Thank you again, Raymond. So we have the first 3rd down of the season. It's going to be 3rd and 4 for the 49ers. They show that Hufanga's out there, but he is not out there. Unless, did they change the inactives list? That can't be right. Rodgers going to be in shotgun back to his right. Trips receivers up top. Snap is away. Rodgers throws it quick. Going to be incomplete. Incomplete. Looking for Allen Lazard. Incomplete. Let's go. 3 and out. And the Jets are going to be punting it off to the 49ers. Let's go. And that's going to be Jake. I don't think Hufanga is starting. No, it's George Odom. The graphic is incorrect there. It's George Odom starting. Hufanga is inactive for the game. The graphic is incorrect. So 3 and out for the New York Jets. They're going to be punting it away. Nick Swanson. Snap is away, punt is away, and I believe it's rookie Jacob Cowing back there who's going to field it at the 8-yard line. So the Niners going to have a long way to go on this first drive. Jacob Cowing rocking the old Deebo Samuel number. Yes, disappointed there is no Christian McCaffrey. Just a heads up for anyone who's joined late. There is no Christian McCaffrey, and thank you, Peter, as well. And always appreciate the enthusiasm. If we could potentially try and hold back on spoilers, there are some people who kind of rely or who just solely watch the stream. If you can, try and do your best to hold back on spoilers. Purdy in the pistol, Mason behind him. They're going to hand off to Mason up the middle. Mason's going to get maybe a yard, runs into a brick wall right there. Mason is a tough runner, but he just ran into Sherwood. So it's going to be 2nd and 9 for the 49ers. Jordan Mason, Kyle Juszczyk, Brandon Ayuk, Deebo Samuel, George Kittle. Those are some darn good weapons right there. 2nd and 9 from our own 9-yard line. Dominic Pooney, the right guard. Keep an eye on him. Colton McKivitz, the right tackle. That's the potential problem side of the line. Purdy's going to be in shotgun. To his right is Mason. Deebo in motion. Now Mason in motion. Purdy snap looking. Going to throw it out. Going to be caught by George Kittle. George Kittle gets maybe 7 or so. Going to be up near a first down. I am on a slight delay. It's probably maybe 10, 15 seconds, unfortunately. I do what I can, but to reduce that. But here we go. It's going to be 3rd and 2 for the 49ers here. Need to get this first down. Keep the ball. Keep momentum. 3rd and 2. Purdy's in shotgun by himself. Now Jordan Mason joins him in the backfield. Kittle's going to go in motion. Snap is away. Purdy is looking to throw under pressure. Heaves it downfield. Oh, incomplete. Looking for Deebo Samuel. It was good coverage down the field. Purdy under a bit of pressure, and the 49ers now are going to have to punt the ball away. That was really good. I think that was Quinnen Williams. Yeah, that was Quinnen Williams up against Colton McKivitz. Purdy takes a bit of a shot there. Nothing bad or malicious about it. 4th and 2, the Niners go 3 and out. And we are going to have to punt the ball away. So the Jets will get the ball right back. Let's see what Wishnowsky can do. Snap is away. Wishnowsky punts the ball away. The Jets field it right around the 25-yard line, making a couple of guys miss, but gets tackled at the 30. Good job there, number 0, and that is the rookie, Renardo Green. Good job on the punt return coverage. So the Jets will take over at the 30, and basically the Jets drive and then the 49ers drive didn't happen because the Jets' first drive was on the 30-yard line. Niners are going to have to find ways to move the football if we want to have success. 43 likes on the stream. Thank you. Oh, no, there's absolutely no need to apologize, Lori. You are all good. You are all good, my friend. There was a good punt there from Wishnowsky. That was about, let me see, 25. That was about a 65-yard punt, I think. 5-yard return. So the Jets will take over 1st and 10 from their own 30-yard line, and we're basically back to the beginning of the game. So nice little pass there for from Purdy to George Kittle. Purdy kind of looking for a shot downfield. Interesting that the Jets lined up Quinnen Williams, and it's something that I did say in my preview video, is that the Jets are going to attack the right side of the 49ers offensive line. You have Dominic Pooney in his first NFL game at right guard, Colton McKivitz at right tackle, who is not the best right tackle, let's put it that way. So you lined up Quinnen Williams on that side. He gets by Colton McKivitz. So not a great start, obviously. But look, both teams going to be kind of feeling each other out for a little bit. We know that both teams, and Tennille Covington, thank you so much, Tennille, for re-upping the membership. Let's go. Thank you so much, Tennille. Let's give a shout out to Tennille in the chat. Let's also give a shout out to Raymond as well for those gifted memberships too. Appreciate you, Tennille. Great to be back doing 49ers football with you guys. Great to have you here, Tennille. Peter, hit the like button, says Spy Nick. Let's go. I've done that. Yeah, it happens. We all get pumped up. You want to share it. With this, sometimes people are just strictly watching it. Watching the stream to kind of, there may be, so you can kind of throw it off a little bit. But thank you so much, Tennille. Great to have you here. Aaron Rodgers' second drive of the season. Let's go. Rodgers in shotgun, back to his right is Breece Hall. Breece Hall is now going to motion over to Rodgers' left. 2 receivers and a tight end down low. Snap is away. Rodgers going to be flipping over to Breece Hall. Good defense. And ball's out. It's going to be recovered. Recovered by the 49ers. Malik Collins. Let's go. 49ers get the ball. Rodgers flips it over to Breece Hall. Fumbles the ball. I think it was Fred Warner. And we are getting the turnover chain. It was Fred Warner and Devondre Campbell. Let's go. Come on. Let's go. Fred Warner punches the ball out. Let's freaking go. Niners are going to have the ball in excellent field position. Fred Warner punches the ball out with Devondre Campbell, recovered by Malik Collins. Let's go. Come on. We're at the 1st and 10 at the Jets' 32-yard line. Purdy behind center. Debo in the backfield. Snap is away. Purdy's going to hand it to Debo on the right side. Debo breaking a couple of tackles. Gets maybe 3 yards on the play. 2nd and 7 coming up. Let's go. Come on. Let's go. Great job there by Fred Warner punching the ball out. Recovered by Malik Collins, who we got in a trade with the Houston Texans. Great trade by the Niners. It was for what, a 6th or 7th round pick. 2nd and 7, Purdy behind center, Debo again in the backfield. Remember, no McCaffrey. Jawan Jennings splits out wide. Purdy looking to throw. Purdy over the middle, incomplete, looking for Debo Samuel. Good coverage there by Quincy Williams, the linebacker for the New York Jets. Debo on like a little Texas route there. Cut back inside. Not the best throw. Maybe could have waited a split second longer for Debo to get a little bit more open. Yeah, Debo saying he wants it out front. Not the best throw from Brock Purdy, I will say that. 3rd and 7 from the Jets 29. Purdy is going to be in shotgun by himself. Kittle, Jennings, Mason down low. Debo, Ayuk up top. Snap is away. Purdy's looking to throw. Gonna throw it downfield to nobody. Clear miscommunication there on it. And it's going to be 3 and out yet again. Brock Purdy throwing it way downfield, but nobody there. Looked like a miscommunication maybe between Ayuk and Purdy, or between Debo and Debo came back for it. Purdy thought he was going to go deep. So Purdy a little bit out of sync right now. And we have Jake Moody lining up here for the first field goal of the season. It's a 46-yard field goal attempt. Great job by the Jets defense to slow him down. Snap is away, kick is up, and it is good. So the 49ers get on the board. It's going to be 3-0 49ers over the Jets. Why does it happen? 3-0 49ers over the Jets. Offense looking out of sync. I think that's absolutely fair to say. Let's also give credit. Let's also give credit to the Jets defense as well. They were playing great. 3 on the board though. Brock's throwing off his back foot. You're right, Eddie V. He was under a bit of pressure, but that 3rd down play was just miscommunication between and that was between Debo. If it was Ayuk, you could really understand. Lorianne, you definitely don't have to go. I know what you're saying, that you're just going to be so tempted to want to say something, but don't feel any obligation that you have to leave, you know. We have Fest Life in the house. Let's go, Fest Life. Great to see you. Niners strike first. And also, thank you, Siki. I'm sorry, I'm not going to. Siki Aina. Thank you so much for becoming a gold member. Appreciate that. And also, Tennille, we're going to put us up to 22 members. Thank you so much, Siki. And please correct me if I didn't pronounce your name correctly. Just because my actual name, a lot of people get it wrong, so I know the feeling. But Niners do strike first. Fred Warner just punched the ball out when the Aaron Rodgers flipped the ball over to Breece Hall, and then Warner punches it out, fumbles it, recovered by Malik Collins. Wow. But the offense, Shanahan got to be on the sideline. Debo looks like he's going to be, and they want to have him to be a massive part of this game plan, but they got to get on the same page. On 2nd down, Debo's saying, throw the ball out in front of me. On 3rd down, there's just nothing. They're completely on the wrong page. That's a good call too, Drew. Type out the comment and then just hit enter. I mean, if it's like a split second before, it's like, you know, I'm watching the actual game, but I wish Purdy hadn't put muscle on the offseason. May have messed. I don't know about that. So Jake Moody going to be kicking it off. Also good to see Jake Moody with the very nice field goal attempt. I know he can be a little bit erratic, to say the least. Jake Moody with the kickoff, though. Please just kick it as a touchback, and it will be a touchback. So the Jets will take over for the 3rd time in this game on their own 30-yard line. There's 11 minutes to go in the first quarter. I don't know about that, Melissa. I mean, it's good for Purdy to put on weight, I think, to be able to absorb hits a little bit better. I think so far, I think that's good. But Look, we ran 6 offensive plays. It's going to take a little bit of time to get things going. 1st and 10 for the Jets. We have Aaron Rodgers behind center. Snap is away, hands it off to Breece Hall, who's going to maybe lose half a yard. Good job there, Malik Collins. John Hanley, my very good friend John, when supported, I like to pause. Yeah, that's actually a really good idea too. So look for a point. So I'll call out the play clock and then try and pause it and sync up with where I'm at. So the play clock is at 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14. 2nd and 10 for the Jets. Rodgers behind center. 3 receivers down low. 1 up top. Single back is Breece Hall. Conklin in motion. They're going to flip it out to the left. And then Breece Hall is going to get hit by Fred Warner and Nick Bosa. Only a pickup of 1. Now here is what the Jets are doing. Last season, the 49ers really struggled with, especially in the NFC Championship game against the Lions, on those plays where they pitch the ball out. They're actually going, okay, Jets are going hurry up here. It's 3rd and 8 from their own 32-yard line. Rodgers and shotgun back to his right. 3 receivers up top. Niners showing pressure. We'll see if they back out of it. Now Rodgers making an adjustment to the play call. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. They do get the snap off. Niners bringing pressure. They throw it downfield. It's going to be... That's a great catch by the New York Jets, and that is Garrett Wilson. That's a 1st down, New York Jets. Diamador Lenore in the coverage. Good coverage, gets his hand up, but just a great catch by Garrett Wilson. Number 5. That's a new number for him, I think. 1st down, Jets up to the 49 of the Jets, their own 49. Maybe 48-yard line. 1st and 10 Jets, 9 minutes to go in the first quarter at the 48-yard line. They're going kind of hurry up here. Over the middle, going to be caught by Breece Hall. Maybe gets 3 yards on 1st down. So 2nd and 7 coming up for the Jets at the 49ers 49-yard line. Really good tackle there by Fred Warner. Keep running backwards, Breece Hall. Yeah. He fumbled the ball and run backwards. That's what I do. Type it in and hit send after. That's good, Melissa. Thank you. Purdy is like 6'1", maybe, I think. Yeah, Drew, you're right. I think Lenore did a great job in coverage there, but just a great catch. 2nd and 7. Rodgers is going to be in shotgun. Play clock winding down. Back to his right. Snap is away. They're going to hand it off to Breece Hall. The middle gets stuffed. And that's going to be Fred Warner. And is that Malik Collins again? And Malik Collins is just having a really good first quarter. I want to see this again. Malik Collins with a really quick first step. They maybe lose half a yard. They're 3rd and 7. Rodgers and shotgun, empty backfield. 3 receivers down low, 2 up top. From just inside the 49ers territory. 10 seconds to go. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Snap is away. Rodgers over the middle. Going to be caught by Garrett Wilson. 1st down Jets over the middle. Oh, whoops. Thank you for that, Fest Life. There we go. 1st down Jets. Rodgers hits Garrett Wilson over the middle. Devondre Campbell, there was a bit of a zone coverage there, and Rodgers just finds the empty spot. 1st and 10 Jets at the 49ers 35-yard line. Pickup of about 13 there. 1st down. Rodgers and shotgun. Going to dump it off here to Breece Hall. Breece Hall's got blockers in front of him. It's going to be a 1st down for the Jets to the Niners 22-yard line. 1st down. Pickup of about 12 or 13. Just flips it out to his left. Blockers in front of him. Good play call there from the Jets. And they got blockers out in front. Fred Warner on the tackle down the field. 1st and 10, New York Jets at the 49ers, we're going to say 22-yard line. They're just coming out of the huddle. 10 seconds left in the play clock. I formation for the Jets. Rodgers behind center. Changing the play call, it looks like. They do snap it off. They hand it to Breece Hall up the middle. Breece Hall getting about 4 yards on first down. That's number 91 on the tackle. Who is 91? It's not Eric Armstead. Armstead is no longer with the 49ers. He's with the Jacksonville Jaguars. So it's going to be second. They're calling it 2nd and 7. I would have said 2nd and 6. Inside the 20, they're in the red zone. Long sustained drive here for the New York Jets. Rodgers is 5 for 6 for 48 yards. 2nd and 7. Rodgers in shotgun. 4 down linemen for the Niners. Snap is away. Rodgers is looking to throw. Got time. Dumps it over the middle. Incomplete. Looking for Alan Lazard. Nobody open, though. Good coverage by Mooney Ward. It's going to be 3rd and 7 now. Now you'd like to think that you probably bring Leonard Floyd, Nick Bosa onto the field for this 3rd down, would be my guess. Yes, Floyd, Bosa, Hargrave, and Collins are the linemen. 3rd and 7. They're still kind of huddling up. It's a weird... You have Rodgers going to be in the shotgun. It looks like 3 receivers down low. Come on, defense. Got to get after him. Back to his left. Snap is away. Niners got to get pressure. Rodgers over the middle. Going to be caught by Garrett Wilson. 1st down, Jets. It's going to be 1st and 10. A lot of time back there for Rodgers. Just not getting pressure with the 4. We might have to start bringing some extra men. Garrett Wilson just wide open over the middle. Devondre Campbell lays a hit. It's going to be 1st and 10 for the Jets at the Niners 11. But you're right, Melissa. Way too much time. Thank you so much, Sicky. I'll call that out properly once we have a stoppage in play. It's 1st and 10 just outside the 10-yard line. Rodgers in shotgun. Snap is away. Dumps it off here to Garrett Wilson. Garrett Wilson looking for the end zone. Gets close to it. It's going to be down to maybe the 3-yard line. Garrett Wilson is going to be 2nd and 2 at the 3. Jets can pick up a 1st down. Thank you so much, Sicky, for the $5 super chat. You had Lenore and Jair Brown thinking the exact same thing. 2nd and 2 now for the Jets. Garrett Wilson is on the sideline right now. Rodgers behind center. Breece Hall the back. Man in motion. Snap is away. They hand it off to Breece Hall. Breece Hall, touchdown, New York Jets. And that is a touchdown, Jets. That's Breece Hall getting into the end zone. The Jets are going to take the lead. 7-minute drive for the New York Jets. 12 plays, 75 yards. Not great. Niners just could not get off the field. Multiple 3rd downs. Mooney Ward misses the tackle. Odom misses the tackle. Wilkes could do better than that. Maybe. That was just a really good, well-executed drive from the Jets. They threw a lot of different things at the 49ers, a lot of different looks. Here comes the extra point attempt. Kick is up, and it is good. It is good, but it looked, for a second there, it looked a little bit dodgy. It was going to be 7-3 Jets over the 49ers. Yep, just way too much time in the pocket for the New York Jets. Again, thank you so much, Sicky Aina. Appreciate the $5. That's awesome. Thank you so much. That's really greatly appreciated. Eddie says that was way too easy. It was kind of easy. I mean, it was fairly easy for them, I guess. We have 57 likes. We're at Dre Greenlaw likes, by the way. We have 78 people in here, 57 likes. Let's try and shoot for, let's try and shoot for Trent Williams likes. Trent Williams likes, 71 likes. That's the stretch goal. Got to blitz Rodgers at some point. I think you do, but I think that the Niners also didn't want to. I also don't think the Niners wanted to potentially give up the big play. And this way, I mean, this is my glass half full take. Look, the Jets threw a lot of different looks at you, players, a lot of different formations. They were really creative, as John said. That gives the Niners a lot more information moving forward for the game beyond this. That the Jets, a lot of different things, players getting the ball in a lot of different unique situations. So, of course, the defense has to be a lot better. Got to get pressure. They didn't. There was really good blocking up front. Can't get 71 without 69. That is true. 69 would be nice. But you have to... Joe Montaigne played for the 49ers. Joe Montaigne was Fat Tony in The Simpsons. He did the voice for Fat Tony. Just a really good drive for the Jets, though. They threw so many different looks at the 49ers. Just like really stretching the field horizontally. They were able to get some decent protection, able to attack the 49ers downfield. Look, there's a long way to go in this game. It's 7-3. 49ers have the ball. I know that we're still in the first quarter, but do not forget the 49ers will get the ball to start the second half as well. I'm drinking Corona, by the way. 82 people in here. Thank you so much, guys, for being here. Jets about to kick the ball off to the 49ers. Niners' MO clearly has been to just kick it through the back of the end zone. It is Deebo Samuel back there to return the kick. Deebo is just going to take a knee, though, which I think is the wise option. He was about maybe 6-7 yards deep in the end zone. So the 49ers, we will start the ball 1st and 10 at our own 30-yard line. Niners offense out of sync. We've had 2 drives. We've gone 3 and out in both of them. Yes, Joey Bosa plays for the Chargers. But the Niners offense got to get the run game established. The Jets last year, they were 25th against the run last year. Niners, we only have 11 yards of offense. Now, this is just in Ireland drinking Corona. Yeah. Brock Purdy's going to be in shotgun here. Mason to his left. Deebo Kittle down low. Snap is away. They're going to pitch it out to the left to Jordan Mason. Jordan Mason going to get upfield and gets maybe, we'll call it 4 yards on the carry. It's a nice little pitch to the left side. Good blocking in front of him. It's going to be 2nd and 6 now for the 49ers. Remember, there is no Christian McCaffrey tonight. No McCaffrey. He was ruled inactive just about, maybe an hour before the game? 90 minutes, sorry. I think it's 90 minutes they have to announce it. 2nd and 6 here for the 49ers. Purdy behind center. Mason the lone back. Tight end in motion. They're going to hand it to Mason up the middle. Mason breaking through, guys. Running over guys up to the 47. First down 49ers. Jordan Mason running tough. Let's go. Nonsense. The D is playing like Pop Warner. Oh, come on, dude. Hey-o. Great job, Jordan Mason. Run up to the 47-yard line. Here we go. Mason pickup of about maybe 12, 13 yards. Running over guys, too. Laying a hit. It's going to be 1st and 10 for the 49ers at the 47. Purdy behind center. Jawan Jennings in motion. Chris Conley out there. Deebo in the backfield. Snap is away. They're going to hand it to Deebo up the middle. Deebo's going to break some tackles. Gets maybe 5 yards on the first down play. Deebo up the middle for a pickup of about 5. Deebo is going to definitely be involved a lot in this game. He's going to be in the backfield. You're going to see Deebo Samuel everywhere. Shades of 2021 Deebo Samuel. 2nd and 5 coming up. We are in the Jets territory at the Jets 48-yard line. Brandon Ayuk potentially will be on a limited snap count just coming back from his hold in. 2nd and 5 for the 49ers. Ayuk is out there now, though. Purdy in the shotgun. Mason to his left. Deebo splits out wide. Purdy looking to throw. Throws, but going to be caught. Brandon Ayuk drops it. Well, never mind. Slant route there. Looking for Brandon Ayuk. Sauce Gardner on the coverage, who, as we know, is great. And that's just a drop and a great play by Sauce Gardner. Just swats the ball away. That's going to be incomplete. Really, really great job there by Sauce Gardner, you have to say. 3rd and 5 now for the 49ers at the Jets 48. So interesting now to see what the Niners do. Hopefully we get the first down. We don't have to think about 4th down, but we're at the Jets 48. Purdy shotgun, Mason to his left. Jawan Jennings splits up top. Kittle is down low. Snap is away. Purdy's looking to throw. Under pressure, heaves it downfield. Caught Brandon Ayuk! First down, let's go! Brandon Ayuk! Let's go, first down, baby! Down to the Jets' 35-yard line. That's a nice route combination. Good coverage there. Ooh, potentially Ayuk had a hand to the face mask. Holds on. Ayuk first down going to be to the 35-yard line. Maybe just inside the 35 at the 34. Brandon frackin' Ayuk. Let's go. Purdy in the pistol, Mason behind him. Use check to his left. Play clock winding down. Snap is away. They fake the handoff to Mason. Purdy rolls to his right. There's a flag on the pitch and maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage on the scramble. My guess is this is going to be in the area of like an illegal shift or illegal motion or something like that. Yeah, they are. It's going to be a false start. Let's go. Let's see what the call is here. It's going to be false start against the 49ers. The penalty is declined, though. So it's good. So instead of 1st and 15, the Jets want 2nd and 10. There we go. Interesting. There's 55 seconds left to go in the first quarter. Clock is moving. You have Mason, Conley, Debo, Juszczyk out there. Purdy is going to be on 2nd and 10 from the 35. Purdy's going to be behind center, I formation, Kittle in motion, Conley and Debo, the wide receivers. Snap is away. They're going to pitch it down to Jordan Mason. Jordan Mason going to cut upfield. Jordan Mason. That's got to be a horse collar tackle or something. Pickup of about 6, maybe 7 yards, though, on 2nd down. So it's going to be 3rd and short. There is an injured New York Jet, and that's going to be, I think it's Michael Clemens, who's holding his groin, we'll call it, his groin area. This is going to take us to the end of the first quarter, and I think that's Michael Clemens. And remember, the Jets are pretty light at defensive end with no Hassan Reddick, who is holding out looking for a new contract. I'm going to update the quarter here. It's going to be 3rd and short for the 49ers when we come back from the break. 7-3 Jets have the lead. This is really good, though. Great to have you meet me at the creek. This is a really good job, though, by the 49ers responding in kind with a long drive. 3rd and short, though. You got to pick it up. Good thing here. And we have Christian in the house. Let's go. Good to have Christian here. I'm holding my groin. Oh, that's... Thanks, Shane. Totally needed to know that. That's super funny. While we're at a commercial break, I'm going to be right back with another beer. Hang tight. We're at the end of the first quarter. We're at commercials, and we'll be right back momentarily. Let's go. Oh, Sicky is going. Gotta get back to work, guys. Get it done, Niners. Thank you so much, Sicky, for your contributions. Great to have you here. And come back anytime, of course. Always great to have you, buddy. And we'll talk to you soon. But I'll be right back, guys, with another beer. Niners will have the ball 3rd and short in the Jets, inside the Jets 30 when we come back. I assume he's not the only one grabbing his groin area. Yeah, so after the stream, we're all going to go and we're all going to shower together. Just kidding. I've been listening to way too much Blink 182. So, And Blink-182 are my favorite band, and they are notorious for their toilet humor, so that's what you're going to get. Got out of work late, missed the first quarter. Christian, yeah. So the 49ers defense, first two drives really solid. Forced a 3 and out, and then Fred Warner actually forced a fumble on a Breece Hall. We had a 3 and out in our first drive, but after the forced fumble from Fred Warner, we were in Jets territory, and then we had to settle for a field goal. Jets that had a really long drive led to 7 points, as you can see. Now the 49ers driving. It's going to be third and short. Purdy, third and 4. Purdy shotgun, Mason to his right. 3 receivers and Kittle. Debo splits out. They're going to do a little trickery here. Debo's going to maybe lose a whole... Just get upfield. Debo's still on his feet. He loses a bunch of yards, though. They handed it off to Jordan Mason, then flipped it back to Debo Samuel. Sauce Gardner shaken up on the play. So it's going to be 4th down. So they hand it to Mason, then they flip it back to Debo Samuel. Debo could have lost a lot more. Made guys miss, gets back upfield, but... Sauce Gardner looks a bit shaken up on the field, though. But it is going to be 4th and 8. What did the Niners do here? I think you maybe take the points. That was an ugly play. Jake Moody lining up for the field goal. It's a 51-yard attempt. Come on, Jake. Snap is away. Kick is up, and he drills it. So Jake Moody is good. So it is going to be 7-6. The 49ers offense still just not clicking. And I think that the one thing that when you don't have McCaffrey, like McCaffrey was just such a big part of the offense last year that they're trying to make up for him in different ways. We can't seem to score. Well, Beige, we did score twice. So I know it's just field goals. But look, it's 7-6. The defense just got a nice rest. I don't like that play call at all. Just way too long developing. That was kind of a weird home run. That was a weird kind of home run shot there. Funny enough that it's like if that play works, it works really well. It potentially looked like for a second that Debo was going to maybe try and throw the ball. But good job there by Jake Moody, you have to say, for putting the ball right through the end zone. Good start to the season for Jake Moody. Defense has got to step up now. FYI, we are at 67 likes. So we are 4 likes away from the stretch goal of Trent Williams likes. Let's go. Brock got 2 buff during the offseason. I don't think so. Moody going to have a breakout season. I think, look, good start so far for Jake Moody. I'm not going to, let's just leave it there. So it is 7-6. The Niners will be kicking it off to the Jets after the successful 51-yard field goal attempt. Defense would have got a nice rest there after the long drive. Money Moody, yeah, love to see it. So, and the defense would have had time there to review the plays that the Jets ran, a lot of different things. Jets really trying to challenge the 49ers horizontally, which is where the 49ers struggled a lot late in the season last year. If you look at the playoff games against Green Bay, against Detroit, especially, the Niners struggled big time on the perimeter plays in the run. Niners have done a pretty good job of that so far. Just got to get some pressure on Aaron Rodgers. Pick of Rodgers on the screen commentator. Look at that smile. Now look at that conspiracy nut. Rodgers, I think he does sleep with a tinfoil hat. Crazy Juice, how we doing, buddy? Great to see you, my man. Great to see you. I'm not saying a word about Moody. Exactly, Beige. That's what I'm avoiding. I'm just like, so far so good for Jake Moody. Kyle has those ugly plays every once in a while. We don't like it when they don't work, but call him a genius. That's true, Christian. And that's why I say, in a weird way, that play call was kind of a home run shot. Because if it works, I think it works really, really well. If it doesn't, which it didn't, then you're like, what was that? Kick is away. It's going to be fielded at about the 4-yard line. So we are going to have a return here for the Jets, and they get up to about the 29-yard line. So there is a return that we had. We actually had a kick return there. And the Jets take it out to the 29-yard line, so they would be starting about a yard shy of where they would be. Yeah, Garrett Wilson was so good on that last drive, just on so many key third down plays. Wilson just getting open. I think that's also where you're missing Dre Greenlaw because he's so good in coverage. Devondre Campbell's pretty good, but Dre Greenlaw's obviously a beast. 1st and 10 Jets at their own 30. Rodgers behind center, single back. Snap is away. Fakes the handoff. Under pressure, throws it deep though, and there is nobody within a mile of it. Maybe there was a miscommunication there. Rodgers did take a shot. And that's okay. You got to rough him up a little bit. Make him think about something. Let's see what happened here. I think Garrett Wilson and Lenore just on the coverage right there. And basically kind of it was Lenore and Garrett Wilson just really kind of collided a little bit. But good coverage right there. 2nd and 10 for the Jets here at their own 30. Rodgers behind center, single back. Tight end in motion snap. They're going to pitch it to Breece Hall up the middle, who gets about maybe 5 yards. Going to be tackled by Mooney Ward. So we got a 3rd down coming up here. 49ers struggled big time on 3rd down in that last drive. Got to get off the field here. You get off the field here, then you can allow your offense to get into a bit of momentum. They're going to call it 3rd and 4. Jets at their own 36-yard line. 13:30 to go in the half. Rodgers in shotgun, Breece Hall to his right. 3 receivers now down low, 1 receiver up top. Rodgers maybe changing the play call. Looks like potentially man coverage here for the 49ers. Snap is away. Rodgers looking to throw. Rodgers going to get sacked. There's a flag. I think it's going to be against the defense. You have Nick Bosa and you have Leonard Floyd maybe combining for the sack. There is a flag on the play. It's going to be declined. 4th down. Let's go, defense. Let's go. Great job there. Looks like it was Nick Bosa beating Tyron Smith. Kind of just gets in underneath. Bosa and Floyd there as well. Leonard Floyd and Bosa. Maybe they'll split the sack. Floyd kind of got him down more, but really Bosa was the one that kind of ruined that play. 4th and 10 for the Jets. They are punting the ball away. Almost blocked, actually, by Chris Conley. Jacob Cowing takes it at the 25, and he's going to get upfield. Jacob Cowing gets to about the 33-yard line. So the Niners will take over, and that's a good job by the 49er defense. Force a 3 and out. Let's go. Come on! Leonard Floyd, welcome to San Francisco. Look at the intensity on his face. Love it. Love to see it. Love to see it. Love to frickin' see it. Let's go. Come on. Come on. But now you have a chance. The offense had a good long drive. We get the ball at the 33-yard line. Decent starting field position. But the offense had a pretty long drive. Their last drive, you forced a 3 and out. Now you allowed the offense to go back to work. Hopefully keep some consistency going. Come on, newlywed QB, let's go. G-Not says Collins is his favorite acquisition of free agency. This season will be fun to watch. Now, G-Not, technically it was a trade, but I think it was I agree with you. One of my favorite moves of the offseason. Personally, I think Leonard Floyd was the best pickup for the 49ers. He complements Nick Bosa on the other side of the defensive line really, really well. You have that Nick Bosa, Leonard Floyd, speed rusher, can force quarterbacks to roll out of the pocket. Nick Bosa just does everything well, and I think those two guys complement each other really well. Malik Collins had a really good first quarter. He had he had 1 or 2 tackles for loss, and he also recovered the fumble forced by Fred Warner. Looks like they're starting to wake up. Yep. Long drive to wear them out, Christian. You're dead right, and you're absolutely right. Yeah, that's a great get, Shane. I think Leonard Floyd is a fantastic pickup. And then keep in mind, too, we also have Yetur Gross-Matos, who is inactive for this game, dealing with an injury. But I think when he's back, maybe in a couple of weeks, He's going to be that guy in obvious pass rushing situations where he'll kick inside. I remember William Floyd, the fullback, yeah. But it was a great trade for the Niners to get Malik Collins. I think it was a 7th round pick, but I could be wrong. We're going to be back in action here in Santa Clara. 49ers will take over at our own 33-yard line. There is 12:40 to go in the half. 1st and 10, San Francisco. Purdy behind center. Mason is the back. Ayuk down low. Use check in motion up top with Kittle and Debo. Snap is away. They fake the handoff, and he's got plenty of room. Purdy's just going to scramble it and gets the first down yardage. Picks up 10 yards. Brock Purdy fakes the handoff to the right, rolls back to his left, just acres of space, and why not just run for it? The Jets bit really hard on that run. Purdy just scrambles for it, dives ahead, gets the first down. First down, 49ers up to the 43. Brock Purdy going to be behind center now. Mason in the backfield. Ayuk use check down low. Kittle, Debo. Now Debo motions. They're going to hand it off to Debo. Debo going to get to the outside, breaking some tackles, gets maybe 6 yards on the play. And Debo just throwing guys to the ground. Nice run, Debo Samuel. Pickup of about 6 on first down. Going to be 2nd and 4 near midfield for the 49ers. Go Purdy. 2nd and 4, San Francisco. Inside 12 minutes to go in the half. We're at basically right at midfield. Purdy's going to be behind center. The blown back is Jordan Mason. Debo in motion with Ayuk up top. Use check Kittle down low. They're going to hand it to Jordan Mason. Jordan Mason is going to fall forward. First down 49ers to the Jets' 45-yard line. Let's go. Yeah, the Niners are giving out big money to a lot of big names. Bosa the highest paid defensive end. McCaffrey the highest paid running back. Warner the 2nd highest paid linebacker. Kittle and Williams the 3rd highest paid at their respective positions. Brock Purdy, though, is the lowest paid quarterback starting in the NFL. 1st and 10, San Francisco at the Jets 45. Purdy behind center, I formation. It's the tight end back there. They're going to pitch it to the right. And Mason's going to get upfield. And Mason gets about 6 yards. Good running there. Jordan Mason. Good block there by number 82. We have 100 people in here, guys. Hit the like. Feel free to subscribe to the channel. I'll do a subscriber check at the end of this drive. Hopefully it's a long drive that ends in a touchdown. But appreciate that. 100 people in here. Let's go Niners. 2nd and 4. For anyone who's just joined the stream, I know I am behind. Please try and not give spoilers in the chat. 2nd and 4. Purdy behind center. Mason the back. Jawan Jennings on the field. They do hand it to Mason. Left side. Going to break tackles. Mason running really good. Up to the 30-yard line. Picks up maybe about 10 there. And Jordan Mason running really well. Let's go. Let's go. 7 rushes for 44 yards. Jordan Mason. 6.3 yards per carry average. 1st and 10, 49ers at the Jets 30. Niners on the move. Less than 10 minutes to go in the half. Purdy's going to come out and shotgun. Mason to his right. Looks like Jennings and Conley up top. Kittle and Hughes check down low. They pitch it to the right to Jordan Mason. Jordan Mason going to break tackles. Jordan Mason inside the 15. Let's go. There's a flag on the play, and I think it's going to be holding, though. There's a flag on the play, and I'm pretty sure it's holding against the 49ers. Yep, holding. I saw that. Damn, that's going to be on Colton McKivitz. And that can be an absolute drive killer right there. Joe, what's going on, Joe? Good game so far, Joe. Strong running game, but there's going to be a holding against Colton McKivitz, and he did not need to do that. He did not need to do that, and it was an obvious holding call. I was just hoping they wouldn't call the flag. So it's going to be 1st and 20 49ers at the Jets 40 now, and that really throws a wrench into the plans of this drive. First and 19, they're calling it. And there's a timeout on the field. Is it taken probably by San Francisco? Let's go, Joe. Let's go, Joe. I don't want to tell you guys who Joe roots for, though. I wouldn't pay you if you keep going and losing. Mason knows he has to play. Mason's been running really well. But that really... And then C.J. Mosley is on the sideline for the Jets. I hope that he's going to be okay. I think Sauce Gardner is out. Yeah, Sauce is out there. He was a bit shaken up. First and 19 at the Jets 39. Purdy and shotgun snap is away. Purdy's looking to throw quick. Woo, looking for Deebo Samuel. Ball flipped up. Incomplete. That's DJ Reed, drafted by the 49ers in the coverage. Ball flipped up, almost intercepted. And Colton McKivitz with just, I don't know what he was thinking there. But C.J. Mosley shaking up the linebacker. It's going to be 2nd and 19 now from the 39. McKivitz kind of pushed from behind, but, I mean, McKivitz, that was definitely a hold. So it's going to be 2nd and 19. Purdy and shotgun back to his left. Ayuk Kittle down low. Deebo Jennings up top. Snap is away. Purdy's looking to throw. Throws it downfield. Caught Jawan Jennings. 3rd and Jawan on 2nd down. Let's go. 1st down. 49ers. Let's go. Brock Purdy hanging tough in the pocket. Fires a laser to Jawan Jennings. Let's go. Joe, welcome to Shifty's 49ers Talk. Let's go, 49ers, baby. Let's go. Come on, let's go. What's up, Melissa? 1st and 10 for San Francisco at the Jets 17. Purdy behind center, 8 minutes to go. Mason, the lone back. Snap is away. They're going to hand it to Mason, right guard. Mason's got some blockers. Jordan Mason, touchdown. 49ers. Let's go, Jordan Mason. Touchdown, San Francisco. Let's go. Let's go. There's a flag on the play. Ugh. What's the holding on the offense? You got to be kidding me. On Deebo Samuel now. The officials getting involved. In fairness, the one on McKivitz was absolute. It's no touchdown, folks. No touchdown. On Dominic Pooney. How is that a hold? Oh, it's sorry. Was it on Deebo? I don't know. The McKivitz one was definitely a hold, but I don't know about that. So it's actually going to be 1st and 8 because of where the hold took place. 1st and 8 for the 49ers at the Jets 16. Brock Purdy and shotgun. Snap is away. Purdy's going to flip it out to Deebo Samuel. Deebo Samuel is going to get maybe 3 yards. There is a flag on the play. And this might be coming back even farther now. What is going on here? It may have been a false start. Shanahan is not happy. The Jets getting a lot of calls here. Pass interference on Kyle Juszczyk. He's a Harvard guy. He's got to be smarter than that. Come on now. Kyle, you got to be better than that. He started the block before Deebo caught it, I'm guessing. Brandon Ayuk pushing Juszczyk into the Jet defender. That's kind of funny. In fairness, that was pass interference. I can't argue that. The Deebo one on the touchdown run, iffy, but the Colton McKivitz holding call, and that is pass interference. Juszczyk was literally blocking the guy before Deebo had caught the ball. But where the penalty happened, it's 2nd and 6. Brock Purdy hands the ball to Jordan Mason left side. Jordan Mason making guys miss down to the 1 yard line, maybe the 2. Down to the 2, Jordan Mason. No flags. No flags. No flags. First and goal at the 2-yard line. Let's go. No flags. No, it actually wasn't a run play. Well, Purdy snapped the ball and flipped it over to Debo on like a little pass, but Juszczyk was already blocking, so you can't do that. But Mason down to the 2-yard line. First and goal, 49ers. Purdy behind center. You got Jennings, Kittle down low. Debo, Ayuk up top. Debo in motion now. They're going to hand it off to Debo on a little end-around action here. Debo send touchdown! San Francisco! Let's go! No flags! Debo Samuel makes up for the holding call. Let's go! Let's go! Refs fixing their mistake. It was a backward pass, but I don't think that's right, though. Debo Samuel, come on! Let's go, Debo. They picked up okay, sorry, yeah, I don't have the volume on. Appreciate you guys. Let's go, touchdown, come on. Here we go with the extra point attempt. It is up and it is good. Jake Moody drills it. So it's going to be 13-7, a long drive right there from San Francisco. We have 109 people in here, guys. Appreciate all of you for being here. Joe says, good drive, Jets. Well, Joe, and here's the thing. I think the flags were actually good calls. You know, when it was, you go and totally redeem yourself. I love that, Christian. I actually think the flags were legitimate. So, I mean, especially the Colton McKivitz one, it does make sense that the other one was picked up because technically it was a run because it was passed backwards. I just couldn't hear it. I need to dismiss that pinned message. But, and also you could argue the Debo one was a hold. So if it was like an egregiously bad penalty, then yeah. If it was an egregiously bad penalty, then fair enough. But I think actually they were fairly legitimate penalty calls. So, and especially the one on McKivitz, that was a clear and obvious hold. I was just hoping that I wouldn't see like the little flag thing pop up. Jets going to be tired second half if we keep this up. Potentially. Yeah, potentially. Debo, though, that was a play that the Jets would have been, well, do you guys think that it was kind of strategy that the 49ers waited to basically the last minute to say that CMC is inactive? Like, I wonder if the 49ers like knew like the last week or so that they were like, yeah, McCaffrey ain't playing. Now, we're not going to say that, but McCaffrey's not playing. So they're going to spend all this time game planning for Christian McCaffrey because he's McCaffrey and he's the reigning offensive player of the year. And then 90 minutes before the game, it's like, by the way, he's not playing. I think that could be the case. Smashed through adversity. And that throw from Brock Purdy to Jawan Jennings, that was just awesome. Jordan Mason running really, really well with the football. Let me update who has the ball as well. So the Jets are going to get the ball back now. I think that's just potentially like a strategy thing where maybe the Niners knew for a week, like, yeah, McCaffrey, we don't think he's going to play. But then 90 minutes before, and the Jets spend all this time, how do we stop McCaffrey? How do we stop McCaffrey? How do we stop him? And then it's like, by the way, 90 minutes, half of your defensive game plan, throw it out the window. Jake Moody kicks the ball away, and it's going to be a touchback. So the Jets will get the ball 1st and 10 at their own 30. There's 6:54 left in the half. CJ Mosley was banged up on the last drive. He looks okay-ish. He is just sitting there on the sideline, so hard to say. Potentially they're talking about an update here right now, but yeah. All good, crazy guy. No worries at all. Little J. Crazy guy for me it is night. But CJ Mosley, let me know. I don't have the volume on, so let me know what they said about CJ Mosley. 1st and 10, Jets. Aaron Rodgers behind center, lone back. 2 receivers down low, receiver tight end up top. Play clock is at 10. Jets changing the play call here based on the Niners defense. They're going to hand it off to Breece Hall. Breece Hall gets maybe 3 yards on the play. That was, Javon Hargrave and Isaac Yadam on the stop. I'm going to say a pickup of 3. Is Pearsall on the sidelines? He is. He is at the game. I think that it's amazing how quickly he's recovering. I love to hear that. I think it's going to be at least, I think it's going to be a while before we see Pearsall, though. I think maybe after the bye week. Our bye week is week 9. I think they're going to give him as much time as he needs. 2nd and 7 right now. Rodgers pitches it up top to Breece Hall and gets tackled by George Odom and Fred Warner. Maybe picks up a yard, kind of flipped up in the air, and picks up about a yard on the play. So it's going to be 3rd and 6 right now. George Odom, the veteran safety there, isn't there. Talanoa Hufanga is inactive. Remember, Hufanga is recovering from a torn ACL. Jets going hurry up here. They're calling it 3rd and 5, Rodgers and shotgun, not allowing the Niners to get into. They're in a base coverage right here with Demetrius Flanagan-Foles out there. Jets have 3 receivers down low, so this is going to be a little bit tricky here for the Niner defense. 3rd and 5, snap is away. Rodgers, there is a flag immediately, so you wonder what this is going to be on. Rodgers just throws it away, incomplete. So we'll have to see what the flag is. Rodgers seems to think it's against the 49ers, but I didn't see anyone go offside, unless they were lined up offside. False start offense, and they're going to decline it. Penalty is declined, so it's going to be 4th and 5 right now. So the Jets are going to have to punt the ball to the 49ers. Rodgers seemed to think he maybe got someone offside in the Niners, but it is 2:18 here where I am in the morning, by the way, a.m. And then Bosa was getting held, like his face mask was getting grabbed. 4th and 5 right here. The Jets going to be punting it back to the 49ers from their 35-yard line. 5:28 to go in the half. Punt is away. Jacob Cowing going back. Cowing makes guys miss. Gets up to about the 17-yard line. That was dangerous right there. So the 49ers offense going to go back to work. That was definitely a hold, but either way, the Niners would have declined the penalty because it was incomplete, so 4th down. Niners get the ball back. We're going to start 1st and 10 from our own 17-yard line. Mason has been catching really good and is an awesome runner. They need to play just as usual, not doing screwy plays. I don't disagree with you. Fred ain't playing tonight, says Tennille. You're right. Fred Warner is like a missile out there. He is just man on a mission. Love to see it. I'm leaving soon, says Crazy Guy. For some reason, my fam always has parties like really late. No worries, man. You do what you got to do. You do what you got to do, Crazy Guy. Again, congratulations to you. And your well done you. Since when has a false start been declinable? Well, because that's actually a really good point, Christian, because on a false start, normally the play would just be called dead, and the officials would just keep blowing the whistle until it's a weird, and that's why Rodgers thought that it was against the Niners, because he was like, well, if it was a false start, it would have just been played dead, and they would have just said. So it's a weird thing that they kept, unless that's a new rule, but that's a really good point, that normally I would think false starts, the play gets called dead immediately. That guy had his arm around Bosa's neck, that's true. So Niners here, 5-ish minutes to go in the half, they are going to want to run the ball here. Expect a little bit of misdirection here. Maybe you fake a handoff to Debo, you give it to Mason, but we're going to want to run the ball here a lot. Let's get Kittle the ball. I agree. Let's get Kittle the ball. Kittle has one catch for, I think, about maybe 6 or 7 yards. But I think you're going to see us maybe just, see the run game has been working really well on that last drive. So I think you just continue that. Jordan Mason's been running really, really well. They're showing him there with his family pre-game. Yeah, Mason's done a fantastic job so far, finding the holes, running tough, doing Jordan Mason things basically. We all know, Niner fans, we know how good Jordan Mason is. The NFL doesn't know because behind Christian McCaffrey. So, his opportunities are going to be limited. He is on the sideline right now for the start of this next drive. Right now, Mason 10 rushes for 67 yards. 6.7 yards per carry average. Brock Purdy is going to be behind center. Deebo Samuel in the backfield, kind of now moving a little bit to the left. Snap is away. Purdy is looking to throw here. Throwing it, launched it downfield. Wide open, George Kittle up to the 37-yard line. Pickup of about maybe 20 yards on the play. Kittle wide open. Really good protection there. Really good job there. Salbert kind of bumps the defensive end, and McKivitz does a good job. Purdy finds a soft spot in the zone, and Kittle gets about 20 yards on the play. Nice throw, Brock Purdy. Lands in the lap of George Kittle right there. And Melissa, you were dead. You were on it. You were said get the ball to Kittle. Kittle now 2 receptions, 32 yards. 1st and 10 at our own 37. Purdy behind center. They're going to hand off to Deebo Samuel running to the left side. Deebo Samuel gets nowhere though. It's at the 38. Excuse me. Deebo Samuel gets back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Christian McCaffrey there on the sidelines. Offensive Player of the Year. It's only the 2nd game he's missed with the Niners. I think that the other game was probably last season, Week 18 against the Rams when we had clinched the number 1 seed. That would be my guess. 115 people in here, guys. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. On the road this year, stretch goal for subscribers to hit 5,000 subscribers. 2nd and 10 right now for the 49ers. Purdy behind center, Mason back in the game. They're going to hand it off to Jordan Mason up the middle. Mason's going to run tough, breaking tackles. Wow, flips over. Gets upended, but picks up about 7 yards. There's 3:45 left to go in the half. That was an illegal formation, says Alex. Jets defense is looking terrible. I wouldn't say that. Jets defense is really good. 3rd and 3 for San Francisco at our own maybe 45-yard line. This is a big moment here because if you can pick this up, then you can really wind the clock here for the rest of this half. 3rd and 3, Purdy shotgun, Mason to his left. Snap is away. Purdy's looking to throw. Purdy's looking over the middle. Going to be caught. Jordan Mason. Great job, Jordan Mason. Picks up the 1st down. 3 minutes to go in the half. Clock is moving into Jets territory. And that's a great job, Jordan Mason. The undrafted player out of Georgia Tech. Into Jets territory. Maybe to the Jets 49. 1st down, 2:40 left to go. Sauce Gardner on the sideline. Helmet off. Interesting. 1st and 10 Niners. Purdy behind center. Mason in the backfield. Snap is away. Fakes the handoff. Purdy's going to throw it. Going to be caught by Deebo. Met immediately, though. That's going to be with forward progress. Pickup of about 3. Great catch by Jordan Mason, though. So this is really happening. Deebo is taking handoffs up the middle. With no McCaffrey, yeah. The announcer said they already called like 30 plus of those calls. Is that right? George Kittle on the side. It's going to be the 2-minute warning, folks. 2nd and 7 coming up from the Jets 47. What a guy. Going to see a lot out of Mason this year. Maybe. Like, I think Jordan Mason has been fantastic in this game. But when you have a guy like Christian McCaffrey, whenever he's back help, but I do think that when it comes to Christian McCaffrey, they are going to really slowly ease him back in. Mason playing this well, I think that allows the 49ers to ease McCaffrey back in. Tough game going to Minnesota next week. Minnesota looked really good week 1. Sauce. That's not his, I think his first name is Ahmad, is it? Sauce is like his nickname. It's like Deebo. Like Deebo Samuel. Deebo's not his first name. 408 Bats. Let's go. Long time. Great to have you back, buddy. Great to see you, man. We're back for another season. Let's go. The defensive player started complaining about how the O-line was lining up, saying it was an advantage. Well, I think the way the offense, yeah. And especially when you look at Kansas City, Philadelphia, they were doing some egregious things for sure. 100%. But Yarky, I'm going to say that you will see Mason a lot early in the season. I think over the next 2-3 weeks, because if we look at the schedule here, we play at Minnesota, at the Rams, and then we play the Patriots and Cardinals at home. I think potentially the first 5 weeks of the season, I think you see quite a bit more of Jordan Mason. I think Debo is short for Debo. I think Debo's first name, I believe, is Tyshawn. But I think they're gonna ease McCaffrey back in. It's a long season, so you don't have to have McCaffrey going, 25, 30 touches a game. I think it's going to be, especially early on, you're going to maybe see, I wouldn't be surprised if you see maybe 10, 15 rushes from McCaffrey through the first chunk of the season. Ease him back in, especially when you have a player like Pedro. Great to have you here, buddy. But good, you're back on. Moss, keep up the good work. There we go, Pedro. There we go. But I think you take your time with it, with easing McCaffrey back in. So it's going to be 2nd and 7 here for the 49ers. We're at the Jets 47. We're just coming off the 2-minute warning. Both teams, all 3 timeouts. Purdy behind center. Debo's in the backfield. They're going to hand it off to Debo up the middle. Debo's going to fall forward, gets maybe 3 or 4. I'm going to say 4. So it's going to be 3rd and short. And I think the Jets are not going to call a timeout. So the clock is moving. I think the Niners will happily let this play clock wind down. You have 3 timeouts. There's no real necessity to go hurry up. Minute 30 left to go. Purdy in shotgun. Use check to his right. Debo, Kittle down low. You got Ayuk. Now Kittle joins. How many players do the 49ers have out there? Looks like they're missing someone. I think you called timeout here. Yeah, I think they called timeout. I don't think the Niners had 11 players out there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. The Niners only had 10 players out there. It was only 10. There we go, Pedro. There we go. The Niners only had 10 players out there. So the Niners took a timeout, though. Sauce Gardner shaken up, and Sauce is on the sideline. And he does not have his helmet on. And I wonder, is CJ Mosley back out there? We'll have to see if Mosley is back out there. But, yeah, the Niners on that 3rd and 3 when they're lined up, they only had 10 players on the field. So 3rd and 3 here. Purdy in shotgun looking to throw. Throws it downfield. Going to be caught. Debo Samuel down to the 27. Let's go, Debo. First down. Debo Samuel. And DJ Reed, the former Niner, drafted by the Niners on the coverage. Kittle drawing a lot of attention there. Kind of getting grabbed too. First down, San Francisco. Niners want to run this clock out here. Get points on the board, and then Niners get the ball to start the second half. By the way, I got to update but Debo is on the sideline. I think he's just tired. He's been used a lot in this. 1st and 10, San Francisco at the Jets 27. Purdy shotgun, Mason to his left. Kittle in motion now. Snap is away. Purdy is looking to throw. Throwing it downfield. Caught Jawan Jennings down to the 13-yard line. First down, 49ers. And you call timeout here. 24 seconds left. Play clock winding down. The Niners are like, we are not giving the Jets any time. Let me know what you guys think of the scoreboard that I designed here. I'm no graphic designer, but I think it's pretty nifty. 1st and Jawan. Jawan up to the 12. Well, the Jets now are, CJ Mosley is back in, but the Jets, Sauce Gardner is on the sideline, and he is one of the best players in the NFL. So arguably the best cornerback, top 3 cornerback in the NFL, and he's out. So that's a massive change. '49ers 1st and 10 at the Jets 13. There's 24 seconds left. Niners only have, one timeout left, actually? Purdy in shotgun. Purdy's going to come back for Deebo Samuel, and Deebo's going to lose about a yard. So I think San Francisco, you take a timeout here. There's 17 seconds left. You take your final timeout here. Now, what you can do if you're San Francisco is basically you run a play here. If you can, you basically get to the line of scrimmage and you take a shot here. You're right, G-Not. You take a shot, but you also have to be smart taking the shot too. Because what you can do is you can either get out of bounds or you potentially have enough time to run and spike the ball. Considering where they're at in the field, they should have enough time where they can. Sauce Gardner is back on the field, so that's good news for the Jets. Good news for the NFL as well. 2nd and 10, Niners at the Jets, 13.5. Purdy and shotgun empty backfield looking. Purdy throwing end zone. Incomplete. Looking for Ayuk, but incomplete. Ayuk drops it. Threw it in the bucket, and that was a perfect throw from Brock Purdy. Perfectly thrown, and Ayuk drops it. See, Ayuk, maybe if you were in practice all offseason, you would have caught that. Perfectly thrown ball to the corner, Ayuk, and Ayuk drops it. Ayuk just jumped out for it, leaped for it. Perfectly thrown ball, dropped by Brandon Ayuk. 3rd and 10. Purdy and shotgun, Mason to his left. Snap is away. And the Jets will take a timeout here. This is actually now, because it's 3rd and 10, this is a really interesting thing for the 49ers because you have to target the end zone here because you're not going to have enough time to get your field goal unit onto the field. Brandon Ayuk dropping that, though, that is inexcusable, really, considering, here's $76 million guaranteed, by the way. You got to catch that. But because you're 3rd down, you can't spike the ball after this play. So you either have to get out of bounds short of the end zone, or else you have to throw for the end zone. Purdy and shotgun, Mason to his left, 3 receivers down low. Purdy is looking to throw. Purdy steps up, throws it, just throws it away. And I think that's probably the right call to do there. There was really nobody open. So there's 8 seconds left in the half, and the 49ers are going to attempt a field goal here. Jake Moody. Purdy steps up into the pocket, and there was nobody open. And that's a good call. That's a good call by Brock Purdy to just throw it away. You take the 31-yard attempt. Come on, Moody. Let's go, Jake. Come on, Jake. Snap is away. Kick is perfect from Jake Moody. So it's going to be 7-16. Remember, the 49ers do get the ball to start the second half. Look, even Jerry Rice dropped balls. Let's not forget that. There's 4 seconds left in the half. All right. I am going to run and grab a drink. I will be right back, you guys. 4 seconds left in the half. Alrighty, we are back. Yeah, that should have been 7 right there. Brandon Ayuk should have caught that. Let's not forget, He threw it. Purdy threw that perfectly for Ayuk. Ayuk has to come up with that. He used to run hills in San Francisco, and as I recall, they had San Francisco. That's crazy steep hills. You're right. Kickoff is away. It's going to be a touchback for the Jets. So the Jets are going to have the ball here. I'm not going to change the ball graphic on the scoreboard just because it's going to be halftime, and then the Niners get the ball to start the second half. Leonard Floyd did have a sack. I'll see if they credited it with a half a sack for each of Bosa and Floyd. So there's 4 seconds left to go. You have to think the Jets here. Are you in Ireland drinking a Corona? Yes. Jets take a knee. It's too late for me to be drinking a heavy beer like a Guinness. So it's going to be halftime, everybody. I am going to update the quarter now to third because if I don't, I'm going to forget. We got Jacqueline here saying Moody 3-0. So far, Jake Moody has looked really good. Knock on wood. I don't want to jinx anything, but Moody has looked good. I think the Niners offense has really kind of come to life after a rough first quarter. So the San Francisco leads 16-7 at halftime. We do get the ball to start the second half. He was throwing to Ayuk. He turned for the corner, but stopped running. He'd potentially sacrilege. I drink enough Guinness as it is. I got to mix it up. I got to keep the body guessing. But that's right. You didn't have a scoreboard last year. I did have a scoreboard last year, but it was a lot more elementary, I would say, than this. I like this scoreboard, but let me know what you guys think. Okay, boys, I'm out of here. Crazy guy, again, great to have you here while you've been here, buddy. Congrats on Jason Jr., and have a great night. Oh, it's okay for a late night drink. I don't think I'm going to win this, so I'm just going to keep drinking my beer, but I don't think I'm going to win this. 74 yards for Mason, almost 6 yards per carry. Yeah. Joanne Lewis, how do you drink all that beer and don't use the restroom? I will be using the restroom. Don't you worry. You should consider some sound effects. That's true. I think sometimes they can be a little bit cheesy, but I think that's also a good point. Joe, so there we go. So for those of you who don't know, which is pretty much all of you, Joe Hanley here, he is one of my best friends who I know in real life, and I've known since I was probably about 8. So I've known Joe since I was 8, and that was almost 30 years. It's 2:40 in the morning here. So yes, a heavy drink like a Guinness at 2:40 in the morning. My kidneys are okay. Anytime I get blood work done, they seem to be pretty decent, as far as I'm told by doctors. I got bladder of steel. But yeah, I've known Joe forever, and yeah, Joe's been arguably, I've known him for almost 30 years, and it's actually with Joe that I was mentioning earlier that we're going to be going to the game in London, by the way, which I did book my time off for that, Joe, and I booked my flights. I'll send you over the details, but for the game in London, and also I have to send you money for the tickets. The Bears against the Jaguars in London, so looking forward to that. Debo looked tired at halftime, says Melissa. I think, Debo's been used a lot. And I think with McCaffrey being out, they were like, well, we have to make up the playmaking ability. And Debo, so McCaffrey is like a running back, but can also be a receiver, whereas Debo's like a receiver who can also be a running back. Hey, Shifty. Mama Reinhardt says, hi, Randy, how are you? Tell Mama Reinhardt I say hello. Hopefully she's watching and doing great out there. Mama Reinhardt, let's go. But hopefully Caleb looking better by then. Yeah. Roma Dunze looks like he was injured. He's going to miss maybe a little bit of time. Also, some news for the 49ers, which will be pertinent in 2 weeks' time. The 49ers are taking on the Rams. Puka Nacua got injured in the Sunday Night Football game at Detroit, and he has been put on injured reserve, so he will miss the next 4 games. Puka Nacua. So Nacua will be out for the Week 3 matchup in LA at SoFi Stadium, otherwise known as Levi's South. My wife turned 50 last week. Congratulations to your wife, Beige. That is awesome. What a massive milestone. I love that woman. I'm only 20. Oh, gee. Well, there we go. You like him older. 49, about to be 50. Congratulations, man, to both of you. Hitting the half century. That's awesome. Congratulations to you both on a great time. I'm sure you've had great times and great being here. Great. Always a pleasure to have you here, Beige. J. Frank Parnell, BA going to be rusty, hasn't practiced. He will get better throughout the season. Completely agree with you, J. Frank. I think that play. Now, Ayuk ran a fantastic route, and he was open. Purdy threw a fantastic, perfectly thrown ball. Ayuk should have come down with it. It's on, that drop is on 100% on Ayuk. I do think that if Ayuk was there throughout the course of the entire offseason practicing, maybe they practiced that play specifically. Right now, though, I do have to kind of talk about this because it's halftime and it is the 408 Bats. It's great to see you. So they are inducting Frank Gore into the 49ers Hall of Fame. They've just now cut away from it, so never mind. But Vernon Davis was there talking. A lot of the 49ers from those mid-late 2000s, from like the Mike Nolan era to the Mike Singletary era to the Jim Harbaugh era. Frank Gore is amazing. The Niners were so bad for under Mike Nolan and Mike Singletary. Frank Gore was one of the few guys that made the Niners great to watch. Patrick Willis being another. Patrick Willis into the Hall of Fame. The NFL Hall of Fame. Frank Gore is going to be there. When is Frank Gore eligible? Maybe in a year or two or so. But they made the 49ers worth watching. Even though we lost a lot of games, especially in the early part of their careers, they made the Niners worth watching. Vernon Davis as well. Vernon Davis had some amazing plays, but I think Frank Gore and Patrick Willis were like the two guys where regardless of, even when we would lose a game like 40-17 or something like that, those guys made the Niners worth watching, and super thankful for both of those guys. It's such a shame that Patrick Willis had to retire early because of his toe injuries. Such a good player, man. Patrick Willis, I remember his very first game. I think it was Monday Night Football, actually, week 1 against the Cardinals at home in Candlestick. And from game 1, Patrick Willis was just dominant. Frank Gore, his rookie year, from the get-go too. It was Kevin Barlow who started in, I think, 2005. But Frank Gore was so good. When he had a run against the Washington, we'll call them Commanders, but they had a different name at the time. The Niners got beat badly in the game. I think they lost like 50-something to like 17. But Frank Gore had, I think it was like a 72-yard touchdown run. And I was like, I have a good feeling about this Frank Gore guy. And the year after, we brought in Norv Turner, and Frank Gore goes for like 1,700 yards. Frank Gore was phenomenal. That season, that 2006 season, Frank Gore, and I don't have my phone, Frank Gore had 1,695 rushing yards that year, and he was unbelievable. The runs that Frank Gore had in 2006, I'll never forget. But congratulations to Frank Gore. Absolutely well-deserved 49er Hall of Fame. 49ers have had so many numbers retired, you can't really retire number 20. You just can't keep retiring the numbers, you know. But But yeah, if they could, they would. I think, but Gore was awesome, and it's one of the big things. I mean, it was devastating losing that Super Bowl to the Ravens in 2000 and the 2012 season. But I felt so bad for Joe Staley as well as another guy. Those are the guys where you're like they deserved it, especially Staley, Willis, and Gore, where they were there for so many rough seasons, and they deserved it. They absolutely deserved it. Like they were through there, but they still played, gave 110% effort. One of the stories, you can borrow some of the Jets numbers. The One of the stories I remember for Frank Gore was, I think that there's two stories. One of the stories was, I think when Frank Gore was a rookie, or maybe in his second year, Frank Gore called up, I think it was like his grandma or something like that, and was basically crying down the phone because he felt that his teammates didn't care enough. That's the other thing was Frank Gore when he got his first big contract after his rookie deal. When Frank Gore got his first big contract, the and this kind of shows the sign of the times, but I think he said he was in like a phone booth and he calls his mom or his family, and he is crying, just so thankful for getting that, for the money where he can pay off bills and debt and all that stuff. But Frank Gore, man, what a guy. Played for the Jets too, actually. I think for 1 or 2 years, right? Did they get back on the plane and leave? Gore was the epitome of diehard rusher. Couldn't agree more, Gina. Aloha, Reggae Shark. Always good to see you, buddy. Great to see you, my man. Great to see you. Had elderly mom care. That's good. Great that you're here. Hopefully you're taking care of mom. What a time we live in when you can say any swear word but can't say Redskins. I just said it. Whoops. Yeah, I just in case anyone is, I still think though when Washington changed their name, they should have gone for, was it like the Red Tails or something like that? Which it still kind of keeps the tradition of the franchise. It's a similar-ish name, but it was an honorary thing for, what was it, like the squadron, the air, what do you call it? The squadron in World War II or whatever, where it was the African American unit that was in, that would have been cool. The Red Tails. So it's like, oh, you're still kind of paying respect to the tradition of the franchise, but you're kind of taking it in a slightly new way, and that's what I would have done. I don't like the name Commanders, but you'll probably end up seeing a 102, a 304, etc. in the coming decades as those retired numbers stack up. Possibly, yeah. I think it's not a cult. Good comment. I think what you'll probably see more of, though, is it would be potentially controversial, but Red Tails. I think there was Red Tails. But I think what you would see more of is maybe numbers getting... Well, I think what you'll see more of is, like, for example, Malik Neighbors with, was it Red Hawks, Raymond? It was Red something that they were going to potentially do. But I think what you'll see more of, like, for example, Malik Neighbors with the New York Giants. He called up the family of the Jets, or the Giants player who... his number one was retired. It was Red Tails. Cool. Thanks, Tanil. The Red Riding Hoods. He called up, Malik Neighbors called up the family of the player who had number one retired, and they were like, okay, cool. Yeah, the Tuskegee Airmen, yeah. And he was like, I would like to kind of pay tribute to him, but also, and they were like, yeah, that's totally fine. You can wear that number. I think that'll happen more frequently. I do like the retiring of numbers, but especially with the Niners, I mean, you have 80 retired, 42, 12. Trent Dilfer actually did that same thing. He called up John Brody's family and wore 12 in 2007, I think. 2006, 2007. But the Niners have, there's a bunch of numbers the Niners have. I think 34, is it 39 or 37, 70, what is it, 73? The Niners have a good bunch of numbers, 87 as well, Dwight Clark. So we're actually going to be back in action here in Levi Stadium. San Francisco will receive the ball. The Jets will be kicking off to the 49ers. Should have been the Washington Machines. I like the Red Tails. I would have gone Red Tails. Deebo Samuel is back there to receive the kickoff. My guess here is that it's probably going to be a touchback, but we'll see what happens. Start of the third quarter, ladies and gentlemen. Kickoff is away, and it's going to be a touchback. So the Niners will take over and at the 30-yard line. We're also at 3161 subscribers, so thank you to the new subscribers for Shifty's 49ers Talk. Stretch goal of the season, we want to hit 5,000. That's the goal. If we can hit 5,000, that would be awesome. What kind of halftime show juggling act cover band? I don't know what the halftime show was. 49ers first and 10 at our own 30-yard line. Purdy behind center. Single back is Mason. Kittle use check Deebo down low. They're going to hand it to Mason. Going to go to the right side. Nowhere to go, really. Maybe loses a yard. Gets shoved there towards the end of the play. The ref kind of gets in and almost hits the Jet player. It's going to be 2nd and 11, San Francisco. They're showing Joe Buck and Troy Aikman, and I don't want to see it. 2nd and 10, San Francisco at our own 30-yard line. Purdy behind center, Deebo in the backfield. Deebo's going to motion out to the left now. Snap is away. Purdy is looking to throw. Purdy going to run out of time. Dumps it off. Deebo Samuel makes the catch. Deebo Samuel, good blocks. Upfield. First down, San Francisco. Let's go, Deebo. Purdy looked like he was about to get sacked. Just gets the ball off to Deebo Samuel. Deebo makes a guy miss. Purdy under pressure just dumps it off. And then Deebo cuts it out. And Deebo looks faster than he has the last couple of years. Shifty, it's your favorite. Eric, how's it going, buddy? Good win by your Seahawks week 1. That defense for Seattle is looking good. It's 1st and 10, San Francisco. At our own 41-yard line. Purdy and shotgun, Deebo to his left. Ayuk, Jennings down low. Use check Salbert up top. Throws it, going to be actually caught. It was Kittle, not Salbert. Kittle fights forward, maybe gets about 6 yards on first down. George Kittle, first down, 49er. Oh, sorry, not first down. 6-yard pickup. 6-yard pickup by the 49ers. Whenever it's Kittle, I'm like, I just have to do that. I believe you can hit 10,000 by the end of the season. That would be awesome, Christian. I'm shooting for Mark Sorensen. Good to see you, buddy. Oh, hi, Mark. 2nd and 4, 49ers. Purdy behind center. Mason the back. 2 tight ends, 2 receivers. Going to hand the ball to Mason to the right side. Mason really nowhere to go. Maybe gets a yard out of it, though. It's going to be 3rd and 3, maybe. Good defense there by the Jets. Niners, Jawan Jennings and DJ Reed getting in it. And we know Jawan Jennings. He's not afraid to get physical, we'll say that. DJ Reed they're kind of just holding each other's jersey. They're jawing at each other a little bit. You know, it's football. It's a physical sport. 3rd and 3, San Francisco. Going to be late here getting to the line. It's 7, 6, 5. Niners might have to call a timeout here. 4, 3. In shotgun, they do get the ball off. Jets bringing pressure. Throw it quickly. Going to be caught. Jawan Jennings. First down. 3rd and Jawan. Let's go to the Jets. 47, 48-yard line. Jawan is hobbling a little bit. Maybe he needs to go to the sideline. But 3rd and Jawan. You had Ronnie Bell, Kittle, and then Jawan. Quick throw out. Found his man. Michael Carter in coverage. But first down, San Francisco. That was a nasty enough fall. Hopefully Jennings is going to be okay. Oh, his ankle. It was his ankle kind of got rolled up on. 1st and 10, San Francisco. Purdy behind center. Mason and Juszczyk in the backfield. Snap is away. They're going to hand it to Mason. Mason's going to cut up inside. maybe gets 2 on the play. 2nd and 8 coming up. Jets side of the field. Jawan Jennings is hobbling a little bit. When Jennings got tackled there, ankle got rolled up on a little bit, unfortunately. Yeah, you can see it there. That's 3rd and Jawan, but Jawan is going to be on the sideline, and he's walking pretty okay-ish, but hopefully he'll be all right. Hopefully he can walk it off. 2nd and 8 at the Jets' 46-yard line. Purdy behind center, Mason in the backfield. Ronnie Bell in motion. Snap is away. Purdy's looking to throw. Dumps it over the middle. Going to be caught. Juszczyk gets up to the 40-yard line. Pickup of 6. And it's going to be 3rd and 2. Purdy hits Juszczyk over the middle of the field. 3rd and short coming up now. San Francisco. 10.5 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter. Niners here want to pick up the first down. Keep the ball. Could have been actually should have been an illegal shift or illegal formation there, but they didn't call it because you had Ronnie Bell in motion. Then Jordan Mason should have been a false start, I think. But 3rd and 2, San Francisco. In the shotgun is Purdy. To his left is Mason. Snap is away. They're going to hand it to Mason. First down, San Francisco, to the 32-yard line. Let's go. Jordan Mason, first down. Let's go. Wow. Big Wave 56. Let's go. It's great to see you, buddy, with the 5 gifted memberships. Let's go. We got Gnot. We got Thomas, Kenny M. We got Tatu Ali. Was G's getting the memberships. Let's go. Don't be afraid to use those emojis, which I actually do have to update for this season. 1st and 10, San Francisco at the Jets' 32. Purdy behind center, Mason the back. They're going to call a flag. It's going to be a false start against San Francisco. I think it's going to be on the right side, maybe Pooney or McKivitz. It's going to be on McKivitz. 2nd flag for McKivitz in this game. Great to see you, Big Wave. Let's go. Good to see you. Thank you for your stellar dedication. Let's go, Niners. Thank you so much. I will update the board there with the members. Thank you so much, Big Wave. You are the man. Let's go. It's now 1st and 15, San Francisco at the Jets' 37. The play clock is super winding down. Snap it away. I formation. They fake the handoff to Mason. Purdy launching it downfield. Wide open. Juszczyk down to the 3-yard line. Kyle Juszczyk. 1st and goal coming up. Less than 9 minutes to go. Where am I at? Less than 9 minutes to go in the quarter. Great pass. Brock Purdy throws it deep. Caught Kyle Juszczyk, the offensive weapon. Let's go. Juszczyk is like, come on. Let's go. 1st and goal from the 3. Purdy behind center. Mason in the backfield. Ayuk and Debo up top. Kittle and Ronnie Bell down low. Snap is away. They're going to hand it to Jordan Mason. Jordan Mason's going to lose 2. 2nd and goal from the 5 coming up. Javier Panigua. What's up, Javier? How are we doing, buddy? Stu Naylor, let's go. How's life down under? Hey, Shifty, great to have you back, mate. Life is good, man. Life is good. We got Joseph Shepard. Is Rodgers playing? If not, Rodgers is playing. 2nd and goal from the 5-yard line. Purdy is going to be behind center. Mason the lone back. Debo, Kittle up top. Bell, Ayuk down low. They're going to hand it to Mason up the middle. Jordan Mason, touchdown San Francisco. Let's go. Jordan Mason. Let's go. Come on. Let's go. San Francisco, baby. Let's go. They should let Kyle carry the ball. Jordan Mason from the 5. Got to put him away. Great play calling, Kyle. Unpredictable. Great blocking up front. Jordan Mason into the end zone. Here comes the extra point attempt. And it is up and it is good. So it's going to be 23-7 San Francisco. That drive took over 7 minutes off the clock. There we go. What a great drive. What a great drive. 7:42 left in the third quarter. And I will be right back, ladies and gentlemen. I do now have to use the restroom. Get the chain. Alrighty, let's go. Let's go. We got Javier from Nicaragua. Hell yeah, let's go. That was a great pass by Purdy in that drive, says Melissa. Yeah, that pass throw to Kyle Juszczyk. I did realize that I turned off my mic, and then I was like, well, I've already turned it off, so no one's going to hear that last part. Yeah, defense should be very well rested. James Trevina, JT, how we doing, bud? Great to see you, man. Great to see you, buddy. 3 and out would be just as good. I would be all for it. The kickoff is away, and it's going to be taken out of the back of the end zone here. Get him down. Going to be taken down at the 24-yard line, I think, up to the 20. No, he's down at the 24. I do have to move the ball here. So, Jets are coming out. 1st and 10. Can you do it? Hey, I'd love to put on the turnover chain. I'd be all about it. All right, 1st and 10, New York Jets. At their own 24, I think. 7:39 left to go. It's at their own 23. 7:39 left to go in the third. Rodgers behind center. Snap is away. Fakes the handoff. Going to dump it off there to Breece Hall. Breece Hall is going to get a first down up to near the, let's see, about the 35-yard line, near the 35. 1st down and 10, Jets. Fakes the handoff. Breece Hall was there as an outlet pass. Nobody near him. And 1st down, New York Jets. 1st and 10, they're going to be at their own 35. There's Javon Kinlaw, former 49er first-round pick. They also have Solomon Thomas. 1st and 10, Jets here. 7 minutes to go in the third at the 35. Rodgers behind center, single back. Snap is away. They are going to hand off to Breece Hall up the middle. Breece Hall is getting decent yards there. Picks up about 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4 at the 40. Holding, missed call, maybe. Get your chain ready, says Raymond. That'd be awesome. That'd be awesome. 2nd and 5 coming up here for the New York Jets. 6.5 minutes to go in the third. From their own 40, Rodgers behind center, single back. 2 tight ends, 2 receivers. Play clock winding down. Snap is away. Fakes the handoff. Rodgers looking to throw. Going to be under pressure. Throws it. Oh, intercepted! DFF! Intercepted! DFF! Let's go! Let's go! Lenore on the coverage. Ball bounces up. Let's go! Oh, there's a flag! What's the flag? And Rodgers is out there. It's going to be against the Niners, isn't it? What's the flag? What's the flag? It's going to be against the defense, I think. Is it maybe after the play? Personal foul against the 49ers. First down. The Niners have the ball! So it is a flag against the 49ers. It was after the interception. So the Niners do have the ball, but they're going to be pushed back 15 yards. Lenore on the coverage. Ball flips up. Demetrius Flanagan fouls. Comes up with the interception. So the Niners will get the ball back here. Believe me, DJ Gene, I would love to do something with Tom Grassi and Tree. Well, I know urinating Tree. I would love to do work with them. Joe says, such a Jets game. Yeah, that is unlucky. You hate when that happens where it's like, it's just one of those weird things where the ball flips up, like, let's go. Be smarter, but still, look, great play. Lenore had really good coverage on Garrett Wilson and just made it so difficult where Wilson just couldn't haul it in. And the ball kind of flips up and it just really works out well for the 49ers where the ball just lands right in the lap of Demetrius Flanagan fouls. So it worked out perfectly for the 49ers right there. Called it, yeah. Who was it that called it? Raymond, was it? I think it was Raymond. Get your chain ready. Raymond called that. Got lucky. Stop playing like children. Yeah, right now, technically it is still a 2-possession game. So if you're San Francisco, if you can even go down and tack on 3 points, you got to be feeling pretty good about that. But what a great job there. Demetrius Flanagan fouls to come up with the interception. Love to see it. Great job by DFF. Oh, I got to add the members as well. Thank you again so much to Big Wave. So we're up to 27 members. Thank you so much, Big Wave, for those 5 gifted memberships. You are the man. I don't know if anyone told you that, but you are the man. We're still at 3161 subscribers. If you're new here, do consider subscribing to the channel. Stretch goal for the season is 5,000 subscribers. Great job, Diamador Lenore. And then DFF. Purdy fakes the handoff. Going to be under pressure, but dumps it off, and Kittle incomplete. Incomplete looking. Fakes the handoff. Going to dump it off to Kittle. Purdy under pressure immediately. Did a good job just to get the ball off to Kittle, but incomplete. So it's going to be 2nd and 10 San Francisco. Yeah, Lenore had some really good coverage there on Garrett Wilson. Great job there, Niner defense. We're at our own 39-yard line, just a heads up. We're at our own 39, 2nd and 10. Purdy and shotgun. Going to hand it to Mason. Mason up the middle. Mason's making guys miss. Mason runs for a first down. Running through. Running over guys. Knocking guys down. First down, Mason. Looked like he was going to get maybe 4, but picks up 11. It's going to be 1st and 10 at midfield now. Wow, what a run, Jordan Mason. Holy smokes. You the man, Big Wave. You the man. 1st and 10 San Francisco at midfield. 5.5 minutes to go in the third. Purdy shotgun. They're going to hand it off to Mason. Mason's going to go up the middle. This time gets about 2 yards on the play. 2nd and 8 coming up. I think that was Solomon Thomas on the tackle, former third overall pick of the 49ers. 2nd and 8 at the Jets' 48-yard line. Mason is running the ball really, really well. And you know the Niners and Kyle Shanahan, if he smells blood in the water where the run game is working, he's going to stick with it, 100%. Purdy in shotgun, Mason to his left. Use check now, motions up top. Purdy is looking to throw. Throws it way too high for use check. That was just a bad throw by Brock Purdy. 3rd and 8 coming up. Bad throw by Brock Purdy. He should have had use check. Now, it would have been maybe a pickup of 6, which then would have made a 3rd and 2 instead of 3rd and 8. But he should have hit use check, just way overthrew him, way above use check. Maybe if use check was Victor Wembanyama from the San Antonio Spurs or Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, maybe he catches it. But 3rd and 8, San Francisco at the Jets' 48. Purdy shotgun, Mason to his left. Snap is away. Purdy's looking to throw. Does throw it. Incomplete. Looking for George Kittle downfield. There's a flag on the play, so we'll have to see what the flag is. It's against the defense. It's going to be holding against the defense. That's an automatic first down. And that's Jermaine Johnson, illegal use of hands on Colton McKivitz. Yeah, Jermaine Johnson had his hand up like right there on Colton McKivitz. So that was incomplete, looking for George Kittle downfield. It was a decent throw, a little bit low, but Purdy still gets the ball off. It would have been a great catch if Kittle could have come up with it. But 1st and 10, 49ers at the Jets' 43 after the penalty. Purdy is going to hand off to Mason up the middle. Mason's going to fight forward for a pickup of about 5. So it's going to be 2nd and 5 now inside the 40. Then miss Kittle. Finally a flag in our favor. Yeah. Purdy want to look like Lamar Jackson. Yeah, that ball took off on Purdy. You're right, Melissa. Big time. That ball just like sailed on him. But 2nd and 5 right here. Mason, 20 rushes, 106 yards. Also has a touchdown. Purdy, 167 passing yards. Purdy behind center. Mason in the backfield. Lone man in the backfield. Snap is away. They're going to hand it to Jordan Mason. Cuts to the left. Jordan Mason fighting and gets about 3 yards. So it's going to be 3rd and 2 from the Jets' 35. And look, if you looked at the Jets last year, 25th against the run, top 3 against the pass. The Niners were always going to try and run the football. Things did change a little bit, you'd think, when McCaffrey went out, but Jordan Mason doing a fantastic job. 3rd and a long 2. Purdy in shotgun is looking to throw. Throwing it downfield. Ooh, incomplete. Good defense there by Adams, number 22 of the Jets. Incomplete. 4th and 2 here for San Francisco at the Jets' 35, and they are going to trot out Jake Moody. Purdy took a shot downfield looking for looking for Saubert. I would have maybe looked for Ronnie Bell there, but good defense there from Adams, the safety for the New York Jets. This is going to be a 53-yard attempt. This is a big attempt here, Jake Moody. Come on, Jake. Snap is away. Kick is good! It hit off the upright and good! Jake Moody is good. From 53, hits off the inside of the upright and goes through. Wow. 26-7 San Francisco. Whoops, not 236. Jeepers, imagine that. And the Jets will get the ball back. There is about 2 minutes left. So we keep the turnover chain on after a turnover when we score a touchdown off of that turnover. So for anyone who's new here, we put the turnover chain on, of course, when we have a turnover. We keep it on if we score a touchdown off of that turnover. Them's the rules. Not a field goal. Touchdown. See, we have high standards here in San Francisco. It is, Christian, you were right, it is a 3-score game. 26-7, Niners lead by 19. So Should have picked up the first down there, but got points regardless. That was, well, what that is going to do, G-Not, and I agree with you, maybe you should have ran the ball. Maybe you should have gone just for like, Purdy is really, I don't know if Purdy's really struggling tonight. You do have to factor in, Nick, that the Jets' pass defense is really good. Like the Jets' secondary, they were top 3 in the NFL last year. When you look at the Jets, linebackers C.J. Mosley, Quincy Williams, look at Sauce Gardner, D.J. Reed. The Jets do have really good pass defense. Purdy has missed a couple of throws. I'm not going to deny that. But also, Purdy's numbers look way better if Brandon Ayuk catches that touchdown pass. Like, it was a perfectly thrown ball by Purdy. Ayuk should have caught it. Then Purdy's looking at, like, you know, in the third quarter, like 180, 185 yards, a touchdown. Like, then you're looking pretty good, looking a lot better. Now, I guess every quarterback could argue, well, if he didn't drop it, but I think it's smart of the 49ers to attack the run defense. The Jets were 25th against the run, top 3 against the pass. They're marching down, running the ball, throwing it when they need to. This reminds me of the Jimmy G Days drive down spot. I don't know about that, Jay Frank. I mean, we've scored 2 touchdowns. I know we've had to settle for a bunch of field goals too, so I get what you're saying, but we've been able to move the ball. We're taking shots down the field, so a little bit different than Jimmy G. Jake Moody here with the kick, and it is going to be a touchback. So the Jets will take over. There's 3:28 left in the third quarter. The Jets will take over at their own 30-yard line. Purdy's been okay. I would say today, Purdy's been okay. That's how I would describe the game. I think he's been fine, he's been fine. New York Jets beginning their next offensive drive from their own 30-yard line. 3:28 left. 1st and 10. Rodgers behind center. Single back. 3 receivers down low. 1 up top. Man in motion. Snap is away. They're going to do a quick throw here to Garrett Wilson, who's going to get maybe 6-7 yards on first down. They're going to maybe give him 5.5. Snap, throw to Garrett Wilson. They kind of saw the Niners were playing back a little bit. He had some room to run. Picks up a good maybe 6 yards on first down. 2nd and 4 coming up for the Jets on their own 36. Rodgers and shotgun looking to throw it quick. That's a good catch there, and that's going to be Allen Lazard, Isaac Yiadom in coverage. That's going to be first down Jets, and they are on the move right now. How many points from Moody so far? Moody has 4 field goals, and he has 2 extra points. So you're talking 14 points for Jake Moody. Jets up to the 49ers 38. Wow. 1st and 10 Jets at the Niners 38-yard line. 2.5 minutes to go in the quarter. Rodgers and shotgun back to his right. Snap is away. Jets going to hand it off to Breece Hall, who gets maybe 2 yards. They're going to give him maybe 1 on the play. Javon Hargrave and Malik Collins on the tackle. Niners defense has had a lot of time to rest and this last quarter and a half or so. So they should be well rested. 2nd and 8 coming up for the Jets. 2 minutes to go in the third quarter. Rodgers and shotgun. To his left is Breece Hall. 3 receivers down low, 1 up top. Rodgers making the call. Play clock winding down. Snap is away. Looking to throw. Rodgers is going to throw it quickly. Going to be dropped by Breece Hall. So it's going to be 3rd and 8 now. Over half the points are Moody's. Yeah, that's true. Old man Rodgers. Tennille says it's the first game. Let him get the jitters out. True. Yeah. Knock off the rust a little bit. So that's going to be 3rd and 8 now for the New York Jets. 1:43 to go in the third quarter. Jets at the Niners 36-yard line. Rodgers changing the play call up. Play clock is winding down, and then the Niners are going to be offside. This is a free play. Rodgers throwing it downfield. Touchdown Jets. Just like that, touchdown Jets. It was a free play. The Niners kind of gave up on it, and it's going to be touchdown Allen Lazard, and just like that, Jets right back in it. Leonard Floyd goes way offside. Free play for the Jets. Will they consider they will go for 2 here, because if they go for 2, then it's another touchdown, 2-point conversion, and field goal. So just like that, Jets touchdown. Wide open Allen Lazard, and the Niners fell bad for that one. Niners, though, you got to get your head in the game here, because if you can get a stop here on the 2-point conversion, it then forces the Jets to have to score 2 touchdowns. It's still a 2-touchdown game then. So defense has got to step up here. Minute 39 in the third quarter. Rodgers in shotgun for the 2-point attempt. Breece Hall to his left. Breece Hall now to his right. Snap is away. They are going to hand it to Breece Hall, who is going to be short, I think. He's going to be short, so no good on the 2-point attempt is what the initial call is. So they're going to say his elbow was down short. So it is going to be 26-13. 26-13. No, Christian, going for 2 is, they had to go for 2 there. The Jets had to go for 2 because if they get the 2-point conversion, it's 26-15. Then let's say if they were to score another touchdown and another 2-point conversion, it'd be 26-23, and then they would just need a field goal to tie. Maybe not quite right back, but that was just that was classic. That was vintage Aaron Rodgers. You get them offside, then when the Niner defenders see that, they're like, oh, damn, we were offside there. Everyone hesitates for a second, free play, and then it's way too late. High risk, no reward? No, I completely disagree with you, actually, Christian. Because if it's 26-14, you still need 2 touchdowns to take the lead. Whereas if it's 26-15, then they score another touchdown with another 2-point conversion, then it's 26-23 and you're only a field goal behind. But if you just take the extra point, no matter what, you got to get 2 touchdowns. Jets play just well enough for me. They'll keep you hanging on. You can never take your foot off the gas. 100% Jay Frank, yep. And I think that kind of caught the Niners off guard there. Leonard Floyd was like a mile offside, and he didn't need to. I think that's like situational awareness where Leonard Floyd, I get that he's trying to make a big play by basically predicting the snap count and maybe getting like a sack or sack fumble, something like that. But you still have to think of everyone around you too. And I'm not going to put that solely on him, but yeah. Sure, that's going to happen. You and your numbers, you and your math. That was my thinking, though. That's why they went for 2, is that because then they could still potentially have it as a touchdown and field goal game. So the Jets will be kicking it off to the 49ers. Remember, with these new kickoff rules, you are not allowed, not that they would necessarily attempt it, but you are not allowed to attempt an onside kick until the 4th quarter. Kick is away. It's going to be a touchback. So the Niners will start at the 30, at the 30-yard line. You can, I haven't even thought about it. There are onside kicks, Melissa, but it's not until the 4th quarter that you can kick one. And obviously you have to announce that you're doing that because everyone will have to be in the kind of original kind of lineup, how kicks used to be. Yeah, this game is far from over. Niners offense needs to get to work here. Minute 39 left in the third quarter. 1st and 10 San Francisco at our own 30. It looks like Spencer Burford is out there. I'm trying to figure out who he's in for. But Spencer Burford is out there for the Niners. Purdy behind center. Mason is the back. They're going to hand it to Jordan Mason. Jordan Mason's going to run and get maybe a yard or so. Burford is at left guard, so Aaron Banks is not out there currently. 2nd and 9, San Francisco. Just over a minute to go in the third quarter. Come on, let's go offense. Purdy's going to be in shotgun, Debo to his left. Kittle and Jennings down low. Juszczyk now going to join him down low. They're going to fake the pitch to Debo. Purdy over the middle. Wide open, Jawan Jennings. Get down, Jennings. Let's go. 1st and 10 at our own 37-yard line. Let's go. JJ is back out there. Just had a big-time catch, Jawan Jennings. Nice play call there. You fake the pitch out to Debo. You get the entire defense going that way. Purdy waiting. And Jennings finds a soft spot in the zone. 1st down, 49ers up to the 36-yard line of San Francisco. Where did we start the ball? I thought we would have been... Why did we start so far back? At the 36-yard line, Purdy's going to fake the handoff to Debo, going to roll to his left. Purdy looking to throw, throws it across his body to Juszczyk. Maybe gets 4 yards, 4 yards, 3 yards on the play. There is a flag on the field, though. Shanahan is talking with the official. We'll see what the flag is. So there was a pickup of 3 on 1st down, but we'll have to see what the flag is here. It looks like they're looking over to the Jets sideline, so I think it's going to be against the 49ers. It's against the defense, though. Holding against the defense, so that's going to be an automatic 1st down. 49ers, there's 5 seconds to go in the quarter. Will the clock start running again? The clock will start, so it's going to be the 4th quarter. Yeah, you're right, Christian. The run game really, with the way the Niners have ran the ball, when you hit him with play action, it's going to be super effective. Yeah, Purdy, you're right. You're super right there too, Jay Frank. Purdy looked him open. Purdy kind of kept his eyes a little bit to his left. The safety was kind of waiting there, and then Jennings kind of came open, and then bam. Where did the Niners start the drive at? The ball kind of bounced out through the end zone. Did they start at was it the 20? Bosa stings too. No. Bosa's fine. The Niners haven't brought pressure. Like, the Niners have not been blitzing Rodgers at all. And I think that's kind of the game plan when you play Rodgers, because Rodgers can get rid of the ball so quickly that a lot of times if you try to blitz him, you're not going to get there. I'm going to be right back. Going to get one more beer for the game. All right. Yeah, where did we start this? I got to see this. Where did we start the drive? Because I thought we would start at the 30, but we got a 1st down. But then we were only at the 36. Play by play. We started at the 20. Why did we start at the 20-yard line? That's what I don't get. Why did we start at the 20 and not the 30? Is it because it bounced out? So we're at the start of the 4th quarter here. Next Monday night game is going to be Philadelphia against Atlanta. Yeah, rule is if you let the ball roll into the end zone, you start at the 20. Okay. That's the rule, I guess. Them's the rules. 1st and 10, San Francisco at our own 41-yard line. We're here at the start of the 4th quarter. Brock Purdy behind center. Mason is the back. Juszczyk is going to be in the backfield now with Jordan Mason. I formation. Kittle in motion up top now. They're going to pitch it down to Mason. Mason, tough grab. Mason maybe gets a yard on the. They're going to give Mason a yard, but Purdy pitched it, and Mason had to kind of catch it like that. They're showing Ricky Pearsall now. First round pick of the 49ers. We all know what happened to him. Looks like he is doing a really good job recovering. Yeah, he is out at least 4 games. I think that you'll probably see him a little bit later in the season. But, of course, Ricky needs to take his time. 2nd and 8. They actually gave him 2. Play clock is winding down. Purdy in shotgun. You got to snap the ball. They do just get it off in time. Purdy's going to throw it. Going to be caught. Deebo Samuel makes a guy miss. Deebo down to the 35. Down to the 32. Let's go, Deebo. Let's go. Deebo Samuel. What a route, Deebo Samuel. Just a bam, cuts. It was Ashton Davis, the safety, on the coverage, and Deebo Samuel making guys miss up to the 32-yard line. Let's go, Deebo. There we go. 1st and 10 at the Jets 32. Purdy behind center, Mason in the backfield. Jennings and Ayuk, the wide receivers. They're going to fake the handoff to Mason. Going to throw it to Kittle, who gets maybe a yard or so. With forward progress, they maybe give him a yard. Run, 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 run. Yeah, first, that was a great job by Deebo. Deebo catches it, and then a little shimmy. It gets wide open and breaks it down. Big gain right there. I have mad respect for Pearsall. Took one to the chest and walked. Yeah, mad respect for Ricky Pearsall, and excited to see what he can do as a 49er. But again, I just want him to take as much time as he needs in his recovery. 2nd and 8 now for the 49ers at the Jets 30-yard line. Purdy behind center. They're going to hand off to Jordan Mason. Mason cuts up inside, gets maybe another 2 yards. So it's going to be 3rd and 6 for the Niners at the Jets 28-29-yard line. Big 3rd down here for the 49ers. You have 12 and a half minutes left to go in the game. If you can pick up this 1st down here, obviously you can continue to run the clock. And you give your defense just that much more of a chance to rest. So it's going to be Brock Purdy in shotgun, Mason to his right, Jennings in motion, Jennings, Deebo, Ayuk up top, Kittle down low. Snap is away. Purdy's looking to throw. Throws it. Caught Brandon Ayuk, 1st down. Let's go. Brandon Ayuk, 1st down, 49ers. Let's go. I think Pearsall took the gun from him and wrestled it away. Let's go. Brandon Ayuk, and great job by Brock Purdy. In the pocket, throws it. Brandon Ayuk, great catch, 2 feet in bounds. That's what you love to see. 1st down, San Francisco. 11 and a half minutes to go in the game. At the Jets' 14-yard line. Purdy in shotgun, Mason to his right. Deebo in that orbit motion. They do hand it off to Deebo. Deebo cuts out to the right. Gonna get maybe half a yard-ish on the play. 2nd down. DJ Reed is now going to get up and do some push-ups too in the 4th quarter. Good job by you, DJ Reed. Good job by you. So it's going to be 2nd, and I'll probably just keep it 2nd and 10 here from the Jets 14. There is a timeout on the field. 11 minutes and 12 seconds to go in the game. And we'll see what the dealio is here. I don't know what the timeout is for. Can you guys update me in the chat and see what the timeout is for? I don't know what happened, if they mentioned if there's an injury. So many people picked the Jets team to make Super Bowl. I just don't see it. Says Christian. I think with the Jets, well, here's what the Jets need. And I understand their position, but The Jets need Hassan Reddick. The Jets need Hassan Reddick to be back there because their pass rush hasn't been, especially off the edge, hasn't been amazing today. They have Jermaine Johnson, they have Will McDonald, they have Michael Clemens, but they need the Hassan Reddick, like the guy who's going to get you, maybe 10 to 15 sacks. And that's why they traded for him. And he's not there. He's not there in this game. This is a big thing defensively why the Jets are struggling. We Niner fans, we're familiar with Robert Saleh. We're familiar with this type of defense. For this defense to be at its peak, you don't even need sacks. You just need to get pressure with your front four guys. And then you have your 7 guys behind them in their zones, confusing a lot of different zone looks. But if you can get pressure with your front four, that changes everything. And that's where they are probably, I think with this game, they're going to see just how important a guy like Hassan Reddick is and his importance for this team. The other thing, too, is I think the Jets probably need another legitimate receiver outside of Garrett Wilson. I know Lazard had a nice touchdown reception. Great job by Aaron Rodgers getting the Niners to jump offside, and then they had the free play, and they got the touchdown. But I think the Jets are a good team. I also think the 49ers are pretty damn good, too. And you're playing on the road. It's not an easy matchup, but I think the Jets need Hassan Reddick. And this game is going to highlight that. 2nd and 9, San Francisco. And it is 11. The clock is moving. 11 minutes to go. Snap is away. Purdy's going to hand it to Mason up the middle. Mason gets maybe a yard. We're going to call it 3rd and 8 from the Jets' 13-yard line. Javon Kinlaw, former Niner. Michael Carter, the defensive back who just signed an extension with the Jets, he is headed to the blue tent. So it was an injury timeout for Michael Carter, which is why there was a stoppage in the game. 10.5 minutes to go. They're calling it 9. I'll say 3rd and 8. Aaron Banks is not out there. Spencer Burford at left guard. Purdy in shotgun, Mason to his left. Snap is away. Purdy is looking to throw. Gonna throw it. Gonna be caught. Jennings get the first. He's going to be just shy of the first down, Jawan Jennings. Jennings will be just shy. It's going to be 4th and 1. And do the 49ers go for it? I think that you do go for it. Purdy gets the ball off, hits Jawan Jennings. Jennings is fighting. And the offense for the Niners is staying out there. Purdy's headed up to the line of scrimmage really quickly. There's going to be a timeout, Jets. And that could be a big timeout because the Jets have just had to call a timeout. I feel like they're a one-and-done playoff team at best. Smash the like button, everybody, too. And let me get an update as well. We have 141 people in here, guys. Do feel free to like, subscribe. We're going to be doing most of the 49er games this season. We're at 3163 subscribers. I will update that on the board, but we have a 4th and 1 coming up. The Niners looks like now we're going to bring out the special teams. So it's going to be the special teams coming out now. So the Niners are going to attempt to kick a field goal here. Jake Moody. 23-yard attempt here for Moody. I kind of preferred going for it. Snap is away. Kick is up, and it's good. So the Niners do make it 29-13. So it's still technically a 2-possession game. I would have gone for it. I do like that they actually forced the Jets. Trent Williams, though, is walking towards the locker room. Will you be streaming live from the London Bears? I won't be streaming live. I might go live for a few minutes, maybe leading up to the game, but I won't be live while I'm in the stadium, but you just wouldn't hear me or anything. It wouldn't be worth watching. Nah, Jets were terrible tonight. They can suck it. How's that sound? Not trolling either, just way too many better teams in the AFC. Well, I think the AFC, who are your best teams in the AFC? Kansas City, of course, number 1. Baltimore, number 2. Houston, number 3. Let's see. Anyone out east? I think Buffalo could maybe have a move in them where they could maybe during the season, maybe they could trade for someone. And Buffalo but Buffalo did have a tough time against Arizona. Buffalo were really good in the second half, and Josh Allen's just a monster. But I think you have, Kansas City, Baltimore, and Houston. But beyond that, in the AFC, who else are we absolutely convinced by? I don't know. Get a press pass, get down to the field, talk with players. I would love that, DJ Gene. I would love that. I don't think that they would ever do that because they would be like, well, who the hell are you? And I would be like, I'm Shifty from Shifty 49ers Talk. And they're like, okay, we've never heard of you. I'm like, you're gonna hear about it. Williams moving fat. That is a concern. Trent Williams going to the locker room. He looked like he was running off under his own power. I didn't see anything that happened, so fingers crossed everything is okay with Trent Williams. Maybe they are just at this point thinking like, Trent, you've played enough. Like you've played all, basically he's played every snap. Maybe they're like, you know what, Trent, you get the rest of the game off. So the Jets are going to get the ball back from this kickoff. The Niners just tacked on 3 more points. Here comes the kick, and it's going to be fielded at the 2, and the Jets will get to about the 23, 24-yard line. Good coverage by the Niner special teams. 9:37 left to go in the game. Jets are going to be going hurry up. They're going to be going trying to go real fast. We like the stream. Do feel free to share it. If you have any friends, what have you, feel free to share it on social media. 2 guys met Trent. I think it's just like you said. I'm guessing that. So 1st and 10. Aaron Rodgers in shotgun back to his left. Snap is away. He's going to hand it off to Breece Hall, who's going to get maybe 2 or we'll call it 3 yards on the play. 2nd and 7 coming up. Robert Beal Jr., the second-year man out of Georgia, isn't it? Or is it Alabama? Georgia, I think. Trent for an I think that's I think it's they're just like, Trent, you've done you've done enough for tonight. Just over 9 minutes ago, 2nd and 7. Rodgers in shotgun snap, looking to throw, caught, and that's going to be first down yardage for Allen Lazard up to about the 40-yard line, their own 40-yard line. That's a nice route there. Diamador Lenore beat pretty badly up to about the 41, 42-yard line. 8:45 to go in the game. Clock is moving. Aaron Rodgers going to the line of scrimmage pretty quickly. Niners, you'd love a turnover here. Rodgers in shotgun back to his left. Snap is away. You need some pressure too. Dump it off to Breece Hall. Breece Hall going to get around the tackle of Campbell and gets about maybe, they're going to call it 8-9 yards up to about midfield. Clock is still moving. That 3 was a good idea. 2 TDs and 2 So we're at midfield. Clock is moving. Devondre Campbell should have done better. Fred Warner forces him out of bounds, maybe a yard shy of the first down. Just over 8 minutes to go in the game. Rodgers in shotgun. Breece Hall to his left. 2 receivers down low, tight end receiver up top. Snap is away. He's looking to throw. Throws it quickly. Going to be caught by Garrett Wilson. I think he caught that. He did catch that. He did get both feet in bounds. It looked like for a second he maybe only got 1 foot. First down Jets up to the 49ers 30-something yard line. Clock is still moving. At the Niners 44. Snap is away. Rodgers looking to throw. And the snap was away, but the play has been called dead. I don't know what happened here. Feel free to fill me in. Beer pitcher heavy, I'm down. He was out of bounds. Yeah, that was actually... I think the Niners are they're gonna challenge that. Did he get when he initially caught it? But it looks like his right foot was clearly inbounds. But I think his left foot comes down out of bounds. Yeah, that's what I was kind of thinking when I saw that. It looked like his left foot was out of bounds. So I think the Niners challenge that. So it's actually going to be 3rd and 1. So bring it back. So they actually just changed the call, but I thought the Niners, maybe that would have been a challenge for the Niners. So it's 3rd and 1 now for the Jets at the Niners 49. Rodgers in a pistol. There's 2 guys right to the left of him. It's interesting formation. Clearly man coverage here. Niners are going to hand it off to Breece Hall. Breece Hall is going to be shy of the first down. So now it's going to be 4th down. And the Jets have to go for it. It's going to be 4th and less than a yard. The Jets have to go for it. They hand it off to Breece Hall, and the Niners do a great job there stuffing the run. Jair Brown and Robert 91 make the tackle. I don't know how to pronounce his name. But 4th and 1 here for the Jets. 7.5 minutes to go. Rodgers and shotgun, Breece Hall to his left. Snap is away. Rodgers is going to throw it. Throws it quick. Incomplete. And it's going to be Niner football. And it's going to go to the Niners now. Let's go. Looking for Garrett Wilson. That's going to be incomplete. And the Niners will get the ball. Turnover on downs. How big was that overturn of the Garrett Wilson catch now? But it's going to be 49er football. It was 4th and 1. The Jets decide to throw it. They go for a quick slant. Isaac Yiadom on the coverage of Garrett Wilson. And it's going to be incomplete. 49ers get the ball. Do I put on the... I don't know if I put on... Do I put on the turnover chain for that? Screw it. I'm going to do it. Turnover chain. We turn the ball over on downs. I'm putting on the chain. We turn it over on downs. We deserve that. That is a big factor, though, that when you think about it from like Aaron Rodgers' perspective, he hasn't played like really, when you think about it, a proper competitive game in like almost over a year and a half. He played 4 snaps against Buffalo week 1. I'm not counting that. I'm putting on the chain. There we go. It's a turnover on downs. Technically a turnover. Does a game-winning or game-changing the turnover? You said it. Can you do it, Mavi? We're putting it on. I'm making a judgment call here, and it's going on. Turnover on downs. Key part of the game. Let's go. Watch the 49ers. We're going to try and run the ball. Just chew up some clock. If we can add on some more points, whether it's a field goal, we'll be happy with that. Aaron is overrated and old. I don't know about that, Desiree. I mean, I think that the Niners are just good. It's a turnover on, so we're making executive decisions here. And I'm not even talking about the movie with Kurt Russell. Executive decision right here, right now. I don't know if that wouldn't go down as a turnover in terms of booth rule. Yes to the chain. 7:22 left in. Christian, I think, is kind of busy. 7:22 left in the game. 49ers offense going to work. We're at midfield. Isaac Yadam, good job on the coverage. Pick up a free agent from New Orleans. 7:22, I formation. Purdy's going to hand it off to Jordan Mason. Mason cuts out to the right. Mason, first down yardage, down inside the 30. Let's go, Jordan Mason. Another 20-plus yards. Let's go. Come on. Rodgers has the just shoot me look in his eyes. Joe says, well played, 49ers. Very impressed. Great job, Isaac Yadam to break. That was Yadam who did that. 49ers very impressed with CMC out. I'm off to bed. Obviously, just first game, but this is really stinks like a typical. Joe, I hear what you're saying, and I know what Jets fans have been through, but I just think the Niners are a really good team. Purdy behind center. They're going to hand it off to Jordan Mason again. Mason's going to fall forward for a pickup of 3. 6.5 minutes to go in the game. We're now at the Jets' 24-yard line. Good game by the Jets, man. I thought the Jets played pretty well. The unlucky interception earlier, that really hurt the Jets. The Niners offense has just been able to control the clock and pick up key first downs. And I honestly think it's a really tough game for the Jets to come to San Fran. Like the Niners are just a really good team. So it was a really tough matchup, especially when Rodgers is just so there's so much rust to knock off. 2nd and 7. Purdy's going to pitch it to Mason up the middle. Mason make a guy miss. Gets about 4 or 5. It's going to be 3rd and short coming up. 5.5-ish minutes, 5:40 to go in the game. Clock is moving. Mason has 146 yards rushing. 28 rushes for 146 yards and a touchdown, 5.2 yards per carry. And Trent Williams is out there. I would have thought that Trent Williams' night would have been done just while he's working himself back into shape. CMC on the sideline thinking, is my job in jeopardy? It's probably been about over 18 months since Rodgers has played a full, proper game of football. It's been for sure over that. 3rd and 2, that's going to be a delay of game unless the 49ers called a timeout. It's going to be a flag. They didn't get the timeout in. So there's 5:06 left in the game. It's going to be, they did get a timeout, and Niners did get a timeout. So it's going to be 3rd and 2. I think they want Jordan Mason back in there. Jets fans still think Rodgers will take them to the playoffs. Melissa, I think that he could. Rodgers hasn't played a proper full NFL game since maybe December or January of January 2023. You're talking like 20 months. It's going to take, and this is a tough matchup for the Jets. To have to come to on the road San Francisco, that's not easy. 3rd and 2, Purdy in the pistol. Use check to his left, Mason behind him. Debo doing some motions. Purdy looking to throw it. Pump fakes. Purdy's just going to end up taking a sack here. I do respect the Niners trying to throw for the first down to get it, but he's going to lose a few yards here. It's going to be 4th down at the Jets' 25. They're going to kick a field goal. 4th and 9. Mason has been unbelievable today. So 4.5 minutes to go. Clock is moving. Jake Moody lines up for a 42-yard attempt. Snap is away. Kick is perfect. Wow. I don't like saying this about kickers, but Moody has been so good tonight. Moody has been absolutely money. 32-13, Niners lead the Jets. Niners able to take some more time off the clock. There's 4-something left to go. Purdy got to throw that stuff away. I mean, even if he did throw it away, actually, Jay Frank, and I'm not trying to be nitpicky here, but it's probably better that Purdy did go down because it kept the clock moving. The turnover chain comes off. We need to score a touchdown to keep it on. 420 left in the game. But if Purdy did throw it away, they're still kicking a field goal, and it would have stopped the clock. That's why I think it was actually a really smart decision. Jay Frank, now I'm going to start agreeing with you more about that because now it's 6 field goals to 2 touchdowns. But look, 32 points against the Jets, who were one of the best defenses in the NFL last year. I don't care how you get it. You score 32 points against one of the best defenses in the NFL, you're doing pretty darn good. As Bon Scott, if you want blood, you got it. That's more a Brian Johnson, is it? That kind of... 'Cause I'm TNT. Alrighty, here we go. 4:20 left in the game. It's going to be 1st and 10 Jets at their own 30. Rodgers in shotgun. It's actually not Aaron Rodgers. They hand it off, pickup of 3, but it is not Aaron Rodgers. It is Tyrod Taylor who's out there. The Jets are just going to let Aaron Rodgers, they don't want to risk anything. Rodgers finishes the night 13 of 21, 167 yards, touchdown and interception. Without CMC and Ayuk being rusty, correct. And also Trent Williams is still very much working his way back into football shape. So 2nd and 7 here for the Jets. It is Tyrod Taylor out there, single back. They're going to hand it off to Breece Hall. Can't make the tackle, Leonard Floyd. Breece Hall breaking tackles up to the 49-yard line. That's going to be pretty good for any Breece Hall fantasy owners. He's going to get some yardage there. So there's less than 3.5 minutes to go in the game. 3:20, and the clock is moving. 1st and 10 Jets, right around midfield. Moody did really well tonight. I have to give him credit. 2 field goals of 50-plus yards. At the Jets' own 49, Tyrod Taylor fakes the handoff. Going to dump it off here to the tight end, who gets about maybe 6-7 yards. That's Tyler Conklin. 2nd and 4, maybe. Taylor's not even young prospect. That's very... Tyrod Taylor is a good backup to have. Pickup of 6 for the Jets. 2:40 left to go. Tyrod Taylor going to throw it. Going to be caught. 1st down. That's going to be Alan Lazard. And we have Nick with the 5 gifted memberships. Let's go. Nick's Noobs. Nick, you're here, buddy. Great to see you, Nick. DJ Gene, Beige Noir, Peter Miller, and SFN getting the gifted memberships. Let's go. 1st and 10, Tyrod Taylor. Gonna throw it downfield. Should have been intercepted. Mooney Ward should have had the interception. Thank you, Nick Elsey, one of the best and only good Seahawk. No, I'm just kidding. One of the best Seahawk fans, though, that Mooney Ward should have had the interception. How did Mooney not pick that off? That would have been a great way to cap off the game. 2 minutes and 12 seconds to go in the game. 2nd and 10 Jets at the Niners 39. Tyrod's going to dump it off here, and good pickup, actually. Picks up about maybe 9 yards. Jair Brown with the tackle. Going to be the 2-minute warning. I'm telling you, Moody going to have breakout year. I mean, do kickers have breakout years? I guess they can do. Sorry, just listening tonight. Been doing a lot of everything. No problem at all, Nick. Thank you so much for all the gifted memberships. You are the man. Members, we're up to 32 members now. I will have to update the emojis as well for this season. Do some new ones. Give you some fresh emojis. But I thought that Mooney Ward should have had the interception. Mooney Ward should have had it. The Brita filtered water and the Scorpion. Get the train. Get over here. Pass was pretty high, hard catch. It would have been a hard enough catch, but Mooney, I think, should have had that. Pad those stats when you can, 100%. 100%. 49ers have looked really good tonight. I mean, and when you think about it, okay, so here is the scary thought for the NFL, right? Here's the scary thought for the NFL. The Niners look really good. You have Christian McCaffrey coming back probably very, very soon. You have Talanoa Hufanga coming back very, very soon. You'll have Dre Greenlaw coming back probably after the bye week. So I'd say Dre Greenlaw maybe week 10, week 11 down the stretch. You're getting Christian McCaffrey, reigning Offensive Player of the Year back, Talanoa Hufanga, former All-Pro back, and you're getting Dre Greenlaw, Pro Bowl caliber linebacker back. Later this, it's crazy. SF did really well, says, yeah, it's me, Matt. I switched in Mason at the last minute. Well done. Didn't you? Yeah, you're not. And that's why it is smart when you play fantasy to go with, what do they call it? The handcuff, is it? When you have like the starting guy, but then the backup guy too. So we're at the 2-minute warning here, folks. The Jets are driving. He'll have his, McCaffrey's going to be doing his thing. But this is obviously super encouraging for the 49ers. And I think the Niners are going to play games with the Vikings too. Will McCaffrey play, won't he? So they are going to hand the ball off, are the Jets, and they're going to break a tackle up to the 22-yard line, goes number 0. Less than 2 minutes to go. Clock is moving. Now, Jets going to get to the line of scrimmage pretty quickly. You have to think. Tyrod Taylor in the shotgun, back to his left. Snap is away. Maybe a false start, but they're not going to call it. Going to be caught there by Garrett Wilson, who actually stays in bounds. Don't know what the hell he's thinking there. I mean, maybe just trying to get as many yards as he can. Pad those stats. Brian Greasy right there beside Brock Purdy. Minute 15 left in the game. It's going to be 2nd and 2. Jets at the Niners 14-yard line. Tyrod going to break away from the sack from Nick Bosa. Going to be throw, catch, Garrett Wilson. There's a flag on the play, and I wonder what the flag will be, potentially against the 49ers. Mooney Ward doesn't look too happy. It's actually against the offense. Against the illegal touching. John Reed! Let's go, John Reed. Good to see you, buddy. Bang, bang, Niner gang. Let's give a shout out to John Reed, one of the longest time members here with Shifty's 49ers Talk. 3rd and 2, Tyrod Taylor looking to throw, caught Alan Lazard, first down at the Niner 10-yard line. Less than a minute to go in the game. John Reed, let's go. Great to see you, buddy. DJ Jean says, how long will CMC be out? Well, we thought he was going to play tonight. Potentially back next week. Maybe they push him back and just let him recover. Don't be surprised if the 49ers play some mind games with the Vikings, saying, I wouldn't be surprised if like Tuesday, right? If Shanahan goes, oh yeah, McCaffrey's playing Sunday against the Vikings. And then 90 minutes before kickoff, it's like, no, he's not playing. Don't be surprised, because McCaffrey, you have to do that. Can you dig it? 1st and goal for the Jets, 58 seconds to go. Tyrod Taylor going to run for it. Tyrod Taylor, get him down, maybe down to the 2-yard line. Clock is still moving. 2nd and goal. Come on, defense, hold him. I don't want the Jets scoring any garbage time points. What a game, Cricket. What a game. Huge shout out to Nick again for the 5 gifted memberships too. Also to Raymond as well. And Big Wave. 2nd and goal. Tyrod throws it. Touchdown, Jets. That's another touchdown for Alan Lazard. 2 touchdowns for Alan Lazard. Who would have thought that? So the Jets do. Number 30 is George Odom. So the Jets do go down and score a touchdown. A bummer, because that kind of just, statistically speaking, you'd like it for the Niners to. Now it's like, oh, we gave up 20 points. But John Reed gifts a membership. It goes to Joel Watson. Thank you very much, John Reed, for gifting a membership. Congratulations, Joel Watson, for getting the gifted membership. Jets going for 2 here. Tyrod Taylor looking. Throws it. Incomplete. Not even close. No, not even catchable. 19-32. I mean, it's garbage time points, but I'm a stickler for numbers and stats, and I hate that, like, the Niners played so much better. John Reed, thank you so much for stopping by, buddy. I hope you will join us for more next Sunday as we take on the Minnesota Vikings in Minnesota. Thank you so much for stopping by. Appreciate the membership and the gifted. John Reed, you're the man. I've known John Reed for, 2.5 years now? And always great having you stop by, buddy. Didn't the Niners pull their... Actually, a lot of the Niners' defensive starters were out there. I do like the defense. Nick Sorensen has done a really good job against a Hall of Fame quarterback. The Jets are going to just kick it away. They're not even going to bother with a... onside kick. And then the Niners can just kneel it out. So this is going to be the game. It's going to be a touchback for the Niners. And I think that's a Robert Saleh thing, being like, look, there's no way we can win this game. Let's just kneel it out. Let the Niners kneel it out. It is the end of the game, ladies and gentlemen. The Niners about to kneel out to win. The 49ers will move to 1-0 on the season. That's Brandon Allen kneels it out, and the 49ers win. Let's go! Let's go! 32-19. 49ers win. Evil Ducks, you're right. There's no point in the onside kick because you're just potentially going to get players hurt. No way it's going to work out. May as well just let it go, live to see the next day. And that is also, that's scoregami, is it? Is that a scoregami? 32-19. Interesting. Breece Hall and Brock Purdy in midfield, both Iowa State Cyclones. We're going to sum up this game. I am going to go, and I have to use the restroom. Yeah, Breece Hall, Brock Purdy, the 2 Iowa State Cyclones. I'll be right back. We're going to sum up this game. We're going to talk about this game. And what a win. San Francisco 32-19. After the first quarter, dominant performance by the 49ers. What you expected. And we'll be right back, though. We'll wrap this all up. Great job, Jordan Mason, too. What a game, Jordan Mason. Almost 150 yards rushing. We'll be right back, though. Alrighty, everybody, we are back. Let's go. What a win for the 49ers. Week 1, Niners dominating performance. Thanks again, Shifty. See you on the flip side. Let's go, Niners, says Big Wave. Let's also give a big shout out to Big Wave here. So, for those of you who don't know, you can't. I was kind of blocking it, but this ball right here, signed by the great Roger Craig, was gifted to me by Big Wave. Roger Craig, 3-time Super Bowl champion, which is awesome right there. But what a win for San Francisco. Nice win to shake off the devastation from the Super Bowl, 100%. I thought the 49ers looked absolutely dominant, in control. One of the big question marks, of course, that you have going into the season is going to be with Nick Sorensen, the new defensive coordinator. Just to see how the Jets' defensive line was awful, says New York Jets. You're right, they were. New York Jets, Florida. What? Well, the issue is that you traded away, was it John Franklin Myers, and you got rid of Bryce Huff for Hassan Reddick, but then Hassan Reddick doesn't even play. And I get that there's the whole contract thing. There's a lot of, however you might feel about that one way or another is another issue altogether. But the Jets defensive line, Brock Purdy had a little bit of pressure on him. Quinnen Williams was the guy who was disruptive. Really no one else was a threat. So, but a great win to start the season. 49ers moved to 1-0. We now have 2 back-to-back games on the road. Yo, Bulldogs, how's it going, buddy? Bulldogs TV. Shifty, it's been a minute since I've seen you. How's it been? It's been really good, man. It's been really good. John J, buddy, how are you? Long time no see. How are you? It's your brother, 49ers brother, 49ers Ultimate Report. Change your name. Yeah, John, I actually emailed you a couple of days ago with the 2 email addresses that I had for you. And maybe those emails aren't working anymore. I emailed you just to kind of check in and see how you are and what's but so if you have a new contact information, feel free to let me know. Hopefully you're doing good out there, buddy. And I'm always down to have a chat. We'll talk 49er football. Okay, numbers guy. Mason had second most yards by... Okay, numbers guy. Mason had second most yards by an undrafted running back on Monday Night Football. I couldn't even tell you who was number 1. Is that kind of what you're asking? Who's number 1? I wouldn't even know where to start. There's so many guys. If I had to guess number 1, undrafted, it's tough. I feel like Philip Lindsay for the Broncos had a couple of good games undrafted. Maybe he had a random game with like 170 yards. Undrafted. I don't even know. Was Alfred Morris undrafted when he was with Washington? Yeah, I don't know. But great to see you, John Jay. I hope you're doing good out there, buddy. Great to see you, my man. Got Kittle and Brandon on fantasy football. Hope. Yeah, I have Kittle too. I think Kittle did just enough for me. To get me the win on fantasy. Yeah, I think Kittle did enough for me. Let's see this. He did. Good job, George Kittle. Use my real name. Okay, I will. I'll send you another email, buddy. They said who was first, but I already forgot. I don't have the volume on, Melissa, so I couldn't hear it. And I've actually just I've closed down the window that has the game on. But great win for San Francisco to open up the season. It was definitely one of those things where You come off, obviously, the devastating Super Bowl loss. How were the 49ers going to look? Initially, offensively, didn't look great. You had a couple of three and outs. Brock Purdy wasn't on the same page as some of the other players with Debo, with Ayuk. With Ayuk, that's to be expected. Things definitely got better, though, as the game went on. Looked like Brock Purdy was most comfortable actually throwing to Jawan Jennings. Debo also had some really nice plays. Ayuk did have a really nice third down pickup. He did drop the really great throw from Brock Purdy, laid it in perfectly for him in the end zone. So Ayuk really should have had that touchdown. He dropped it, which is a bummer, but it is what it is. I think that they will regain that chemistry in the coming weeks. Great to see Trent Williams out there. I think Trent Williams, he's going to get back more and more into football shape. And here's the thing too, when you look at it, is what I mentioned maybe like 10 or 15 minutes ago is I think the Jets are a good football team. Do I think that I think that there's probably about 4, maybe 5 teams ahead of the Jets in the AFC, but I think the Jets are a good football team. And the Niners were able to beat them relatively easily. You have McCaffrey coming back soon. You have Talanoa Hufanga coming back soon. And then halfway through the season, you're going to have Dre Greenlaw coming back. So that's going to change everything. The Niners are getting a lot of really good players back. And also, we know the 49ers, we're going to have an extra third-round pick this year from the coaching hires and whatnot. The Niners also very aggressive at the trade deadline to bring in more talent too. And we have the cap space for it. So this is setting up to be a very good San Francisco 49ers team. Again, a dominant win to open up the season. The scoreboard doesn't really do the game justice. The Jets got a garbage time touchdown at the very end. So really it was 32-13. Niners were in control, in command for most of it. The Jets had that one good drive early where they took up, 7 minutes off the clock, 12-play drive, get the touchdown. But overall, the Niners looking good. They're getting a ton of reinforcements. And I do think, again, the 49ers will be aggressive come the trade deadline to bring in more talent. We talk about game balls. Let me grab my football and I'll be right back. So we talk about game balls. So my Wilson, my MVP for the game, I think this is going to be relatively easy, but I'm going to say it's going to be Jordan Mason. Jordan Mason is going to be the MVP of this game, filling in for Christian McCaffrey. His first ever start in the NFL. Goes for 100 and how many yards? Let me just pull this up. Pull up the stats here. I'm grabbing my balls. Your mind is in the gutter, DJ. Jordan Mason, 28 carries, 147 yards, 1 touchdown. He also actually had a 1 catch for 5 yards, which was actually a really big catch for a first down. So Jordan Mason, all-purpose, 152 yards and a touchdown. Jordan Mason gets the... And we are switching over to OnlyFans for the after show. But my Wilson MVP is going to go to Jordan Mason. Game ball goes to Jordan Mason. I think he absolutely deserved it. I myself was a little bit concerned when McCaffrey was... Basically, when it was announced that he was inactive for the game, I was like, this could really hurt us against a really good Jets defense. But Chad Schrader, how you doing, buddy? Good to see you, man. Mason getting game ball is super impressive on this. It is. Jordan Mason absolutely getting my game ball for sure. He deserves it. And I was concerned when McCaffrey was announced as being inactive, but Jordan Mason did everything that he needed to do and then some. In a game where you look at the Jets, their weakness last season was against the run, and Jordan Mason was physical, he was decisive, he made the Jets pay, and he picked up so many extra yards just from his physical running ability. So absolutely deserved. Now, if I had to give some honorable mentions, you mentioned Jake Moody. Jake Moody absolutely deserves an honorable mention. I think Jake Moody, he hit multiple 50-plus yard field goals. He felt comfortable. All his kicks were just right down the middle. He did have one that actually, I guess, hit off the inside of one of the uprights and it went over. But overall, Jake Moody was really, really good as well. A lot of touchbacks, which you like to see. If I had to give some other game balls, I would say Jawan Jennings was really good. I think Jawan Jennings had a number of big receptions. Defensively, though, if we had to talk defense, Malik Collins in the first quarter was an animal. Malik Collins, multiple tackles for loss is what it looked like. He also recovered the fumble forced by Fred Warner. Malik Collins, I thought, was really good in the first quarter. Beyond that, Fred Warner was flying around everywhere. I think the defense was with the defense, it was a team effort. It was just a team effort by the defense. There's no one guy who stood out. And that's something that I think is good, that you like to see, that the team played really well together, especially when you have a brand new defensive coordinator, for the team to play really well together. And do remember, in maybe the next game or two, or maybe the next couple of games, you're going to be adding Talanoa Hufanga to safety. In a couple of months, you're going to be adding Dre Greenlaw to this defense. So things are looking good. Nick Sorensen did a really good job. I noticed he didn't have any salty snacks with. I had some food beforehand. Warner was really solid. He was everywhere. I thought Jair Brown was okay. Jair Brown made some nice plays near the line of scrimmage, but got beat on that Alan Lazard play. Debo was solid. Debo did his thing, but Jordan Mason gets my game ball. Well deserved. I don't think anyone's really going to question that. Honorable mention goes to Jake Moody. But overall, great game by San Francisco to open up the season, to finish off week one. San Francisco moves to 1-0 on the season. As it was just mentioned by Melissa, we now move on. Week two, we take on the Minnesota Vikings. The Vikings just had a big-time win against the New York Giants. Sam Darnold looked pretty darn good. They have weapons there. Jordan Addison, Justin Jefferson. The 49ers have not won in Minnesota in 30 plus years? So it's not going to be an easy game. Maybe before the season and maybe when JJ McCarthy went down, we're thinking Minnesota week two, that's an easy one. I don't think so. I think Minnesota's a well-coached team. Kevin O'Connell, Sam Darnold looked pretty comfortable. We are a lot better than the New York Giants, but I think that we cannot underestimate the Minnesota Vikings, especially considering how long it's been since we've beaten Minnesota in Minnesota. Fill her up. Let's go. 2 turnovers and a 4th down stop, not too shabby. Yeah, we held Rodgers to 167 yards through most of the game. Of course, they come in, end of the game, Tyrod Taylor, a bunch of garbage time stats, empty stats, really. But overall, great game for the 49ers. Thank you so much. We still have 42 people in here. We still have Ronnie Lott amount of people in the stream. But I'm going to head it off out here. So what right tackle can we trade for? Asked Christian Medina, my guy Christian. So there is a right tackle that I've actually kind of had my eye on. Colton McKivitz, if I actually do, before I go, some potential negative aspects. Colton McKivitz wasn't great. He got beat a couple of times. He had 2 penalties called against him, a holding penalty, which actually brought us back 10 yards. It ended up not hurting us specifically, but still bad. And then he had another one, a false start, I think. A right tackle that we could potentially trade for. And I'll throw this name out to you. This would be, I would assume that if the team that this player is on, if that team continues to struggle as they did in week 1, I'm looking at Jack Conklin of the Cleveland Browns. Jack Conklin. So the Cleveland Browns got just decimated by the Dallas Cowboys week 1. Jack Conklin, he has had some injury issues. But if we're talking maybe 5-6 weeks into the season, if McKivit's still struggling, I think the Niners could make a trade for Jack Conklin. He is a very good to very good right tackle, especially if he can stay healthy. But maybe you throw like a 4th round pick, maybe a 4th and a 6th or something like that to Cleveland, especially if their season is not going well, which we'll have to wait and see, but not a good start. You throw that to Cleveland for Jack Conklin. He becomes your right tackle for the season. And that could be a game changer right there, especially if he can stay healthy. And that could be worth it. So that's the name I'd be looking out for with regards to a right tackle. Glass Joe for $125 million. Glass Joe. Who's Glass Joe for $125 million? I think I'm having a brain fart. Is that Joe Burrow? We can make quick work of Minnesota, says DJ. I wouldn't be so sure of that. I think Minnesota's going to be a tough matchup, tough place to play. You have Aaron Jones there as their running back, who I think, when Green Bay moved off of Aaron Jones to bring in Josh Jacobs, are we sure that Josh Jacobs is better than Aaron Jones? I don't know about that. Justin Jefferson, Jordan Addison. So, Glass Joe. They were terrible week 1, Cincinnati. But Minnesota's not going to be easy, and we cannot underestimate them. Not that we necessarily would, but we cannot do that. I do hope that McCaffrey will be back. McCaffrey and or Hufanga will be back, but guys, it is super late here. It's 4:30 in the morning my time. So I am going to head on out of here. I appreciate all of you for being here, hanging out. We had such a good time. The Niners get a big time win. Monday Night Football, we close out week 1 with a big time win. 49ers 32, Jets 19. Really good start to the season. Let's keep it going. Let's keep it going moving forward. Next Sunday, it's going to be 10 a.m. Pacific time. 49ers take on the Minnesota Vikings in Minnesota. Can't wait to bring that to you guys. Also going to be doing some videos before then. So we'll get those videos out to you guys throughout the course of the week. We're going to be doing predictions for week 2. We're going to talk about this game. We'll preview the Vikings game. But I'm going to head on out, guys. Thank you so much. Appreciate you. Thank you, Stu, Raymond, DJ, Christian, everybody here. Appreciate all the support, financial and otherwise. Appreciate you also, Douglas Kawasaki, for subscribing. Appreciate all your guys' support. Appreciate you being here. I had such a good time. I hope you did too. We will catch you on the flip side. Before I head out, though, I'm going to say 2 things. The butt counts, and I'll catch you guys on the flip side. Let's go, Niners. I'll talk to you guys soon. Let's